Okie dokie dokie dokie. Hello out there. YouTube. Twitch. Howdy DD. We're building that from scratch today. Which should be fun. Fully from scratch. I haven't done anything. Absolutely nothing. 0 things. We're gonna build it in. Hi. Oh, this is SVRem, my friend. Hello. Welcome back. We're building something from scratch today. Anything? Did you like the last stream? Did you like it? I've been playing around with it to get some things better working on it. Playing around with performance, although it's super boring to deal with performance, so I didn't do it on stream. But maybe one day I will. How are you doing? Great. I'm glad you liked it. On Twitch as well. Nice tattoo. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, I was looking at which arm is it? This one. Thank you. I want to get this whole arm finished, but pandemic and otherwise, it's not happening anytime soon. Cool. Okay. I'm just gonna get right into it and start building some stuff. So I have a friend on Twitch. We should all probably go follow her. Let me grab her link actually. It's twitch.tv/Haley. Is it 87? Let's see. I think that's the right channel. Yes, it is. You can go follow her. She's doing a stream. Here we go. Boom. Go give that a follow. She's doing a stream next week. I think it's her like 1 year stream anniversary, I think it's called. And she's doing a bunch of giveaways or rewards or something like this when she gets a certain number of subs. And so she wants a little plugin, a little app that pops over the screen that kind of tracks how many subs that she has, and then on top of that, like where or how close you are and which reward has been reached. So I kind of have no idea what this is going to look like. So I figured we'd start with Figma and just do a couple sketches with Figma about what that might look like. And I'll just take a quick screen grab of my stream just to use as a background. Open a new design file. Untitled, great. So if you've never seen Figma before, hopefully this is a good introduction. I'm not a professional at Figma though, by any means. So let me just hide Figma for a second and use this boring overlay to grab my screen grab. I'll do a silly face. Perfect. Perfect, and I'll just drop that in here. Okay, so this is like, I think it's close enough to the window size we're going to use. This is going to be what kind of the backend uses that kind of as the background for the streams. We can show and hide it. This is what the web page will be on top of. And I think what we'll do is we'll design a little bar at the top. I'm not exactly sure how big it'll be, but a little bar at the top that shows you kind of the sub count, last person who subbed. And I'm not sure what other information we can grab. We'll take a look from the Twitch API, see if there's anything interesting, and then a progress till the next reward. The thing about this is that I don't know what the rewards are going to be, and I'm not really sure which backend Haley would best use. So I'll probably end up doing just a small interface as well, so that she can add them in and just specify like what the reward is, as well as how many subs that you need for that reward. That's what we'll do. So it should be like a pretty simple logic altogether. Most of this we spent just building up the scaffolding, doing a bit of design, and then tying in all those APIs together. So let's start with a bit of design. So I'm going to create a frame, and I'm going to create it on desktop. So I think that gives you a 1080. There, iMac 1080. No, it doesn't. There's no 1080. 1280. Presentation. 1920 by 1080. I think this is the resolution that Twitch uses. And I'll just spread this sucker out here. So there's our background. There's our frame. I'm just going to rename this to background. And that way we can kind of show and hide it. So we have this white design on, or this black design on either way. So I'll start with this. Just overlay. And I think, I don't know how much will be involved here, but let's just start by placing a couple elements on the screen and seeing where they land and see how they look. The hardest part for me is figuring out what a good perspective is, like how big the text size needs to be, and I opt for like something that's probably usually way too large for what we should be doing. So you'll have to let me know what's readable, I guess. If I go full screen and share it, you'll have to know to show me what's readable. 42, oh my gosh, 37, 33, 31, come on, 31. Let's get these things even on the page. There we go. Good, and I think this is definitely too big. So let's shrink it up this way. So I'm thinking like a little thing like this. We put that background in. It'll kind of show up on the stream like that. Is that too big? Maybe it's best I grab like one of Kaylee's streams so I can see where it's best to place it, because she has a setup. So let's go back to that her page there. Kaylee's page. And here's a past broadcast from you. Perfect. Okay, let me just grab a screen grab of this. Here. And, oh, that's not the full video. Not the full video. Here. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Okay. So instead of using mine, we'll use this one, because it kind of makes more sense. It makes more sense to design on top of her background than, I deleted the whole thing, than it does to design on top of mine. So we'll delete this. We'll bring this in here. Put that below. Oh, I see I'm moving that thing. There. And then this, we'll fill it in. Because we don't really want to get in the way of too much of the content on the screen. Okay, like this seems fine, right? I think the top is best because there's a risk at, or this side might be a good place to do it. So if we take this instead, move it down this way. There, and then it won't have to be so big. Or we can do this way, right? Like a little, that might be a good idea. Have the progress bar go this way, and then we can have the different rewards this way. So we can reach for a total amount of subs, have some data down here at the bottom, and we can have the ones that we're trying to reach for as we go up to the top. Right? That seems like it'll be good. So 32, 32, 32, that's 27, not the right size. I'm being a little bit picky here. 35. Whoop. There we go, that should be 32, perfect. Okay, so I think something like that would be good. So let's just start with, I will round the edges. I like rounded edges on these things. So let's go with 4. 4 is a good size. Still looks kind of like a bar. I will toss in a second one here. My mistake. Toss a second one in here. Zoop. Oh, it's replaying the stream still. I was like, what is going on in this chat? I don't know any people. No, that's not who's watching. Right, not my chat. It's this one. Let me stop this. There we go. All right, I'm just going to change the color here to something random for now. Green, sure. What? Why didn't it change? Green. What? Oh, there we go. Okay. Good. We'll figure out these colors, make them look nicer. But there is the progress bar. It has curves at the top, which I don't want. We don't want curves at the top. We want it to be straight up flat. Perfect. Okay, so this will be what the bar will look like. We'll add in some text here. Boom, boom, boom. This is like, I dance like crazy. I'm not sure what the rewards are. This is going to be one of the rewards. I dance like crazy. We'll change the text to my favorite one. Here. Make it larger. 18. And then we'll bold it, just so it's easier to read. Bold. Bold. Okay, how does that look? Can you read that? Is it too... Here, let me just try and go full screen. I can full screen this. Okay, and I'm just going to zoom in to see if I can be this full screen. Is that readable? I dance like crazy. That's not fully the right size. Because the worst part would be if it's...
Computer!
No, you can't have the computer.
My computer, that doesn't work anymore.
Excuse me, I'm busy. Okay. It looks readable. It looks okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, sorry. Okay. So yes, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Maybe we'll make it a bit bigger, because it does look a bit hard to read. I just don't want it to take over too much of the content. Ooh, that's even harder to read because of the background. Does white work? This is the hardest part about making these plugins, because you don't really know what the background's going to be, and I don't really want to put a whole overlay. Ah, white is way better, because the background is darkish. So there we go. And then we'll add maybe these like lines so that you can see here is where you dance like crazy. 7, sure. There. Make it just white for now. Or whatever DDD is. It's gray. That's not helpful. FF. There. Zoom in. There. Something like this. Right, that seems fine. Center line it, there we go. So we'll just have a bunch of these things. I'm not exactly sure what will happen when it reaches them, but there we go. And then we'll do some content at the bottom. We should probably do a little image as well. Is there like a corgi dog image that we can put at the bottom? Anyway, we'll see. This is, oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I want to rename it. Background. There. Okay. Because I wanted to have this like latest subscriber and then the number. I guess we can do the number in there. So let's just duplicate this to make it easy. Put the number in there. 52 here. And like this. And we'll put some funky like styling on that as well. 52 is where it's at. Or it doesn't make more sense probably to have it in here. There we go. So you know that's kind of going up. And then these markers should have little numbers on them too. Duplicate this. 2,000. Oopsie. 2,000 subs. We'll dance like crazy. That's probably not enough subs for dancing like crazy. I have no idea. There. We probably should figure out a better way to put the numbers, because they don't need to be this big probably, and it kind of pushes the content like too far onto the screen, which we probably don't want. So let's take this, we'll shrink the text size down to 18, and then place it maybe underneath here. There we go. That is probably too big. Let's make it a bit smaller, 14. 14 is the size, the good size. Here we go. There. All right, so that's like somewhat reasonable. I think this is kind of a good place to start on design. We'll come back to this, I think, after we get a bit of the layouts sort of handled. Boom. Last sub, blah, 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 blah. I think something like this. Just something super simple. We'll add a bit more style to it, add some nice colors, add some fun images and things. Total sub count 52. I don't know. Just adding some junk in there. We'll see what it is. Maybe next reward is a good thing to have. Next reward at 100 subs. Blah 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 blah. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out. Last sub, next reward, and then this is the total, like up to these many rewards. Okay, this seems good. This seems good. So let's start on this then. I'm gonna create a new repo for this. Boom. Kaylee 87 stream rewards. Rewards overlay. There we go, quite the name. Let's do a description. I always put emojis in my descriptions. The TV, what's a, she has a corgi dog. There's no corgi here. I'll just do a dog face. Dog face. A stream overlay app for Kaylee 87's live stream adversary. No, stream adversary. I'm not exactly sure how to spell that, but we'll leave it like that. Add a readme and a git ignore for Node. We'll build it with Node. Choose a license. This is all MIT, so everyone can take it, no problem. Commit. Create the repository. Sweet. Another thing we have to do is go over to Twitch developers. Twitch develop here. I'm not exactly sure what. Whoop, there we go. Whoop, there we go. So this is one that I'm building, but we can just go into console and applications. I have a couple here. I'm just going to add a new one. Register an application. Name. We'll call this stream dash rewards. Stream rewards. OAuth redirect URLs. I guess we could do OAuth. That way we can get, oh, a sub. McGregor0, thanks for the sub. Not the sub. I always think this is YouTube. It's subs. Thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow. We can't even do subs yet. I'm not an affiliate. Really appreciate it. Tejas, hello! Please tell me you're not just going to go to sleep right after this. Welcome. Yeah, so I think we'll do OAuth. I mean, like, I have to balance speed here to get this kind of done for her, and also making it useful for not just this one time. Because I could do this thing where I hard code her ID in here and it monitors their ID, but I think the best thing to do is maybe have them OAuth themselves, since we're going to have to do a database anyways. So let's go with adding an OAuth URL. We'll start with localhost. Localhost :3000 slash, and then we'll do auth / Twitch. So that'll be our callback for redirect. And I know the URL is going to be something like, curious to see how folks bootstrap this kind of project. Yeah, okay, awesome. This is, well, you're in the right place, because I'm a bootstrapping this with Next.js, which will be fun. I'm not actually fully building an extension because I like overlay extensions, so I'm going to build a web page that you can render in OBS or something like that. So we'll go to HTTPS. This is going to be the public URL. I like stream rewards. Stream, hopefully that's available, dash rewards .vercel.app /auth /Twitch. There we go. Okay, so that's hopefully going to be public one. Browser extension, chatbots. What is this? Application integration? That seems like the right thing to do. Or is it website? Website integration. There we go. Great. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to, before I copy the keys and things, I'm not going to do it yet. Before I copy the keys, I'm going to start my project. So I'm going to head over to my terminal. Zoop. Big fan of Hyperterm. It just looks pretty. And second version is like way faster than the first version, so it's actually decent. Go to GitHub, and I have the repo already, so I'm going to clone that. And I'm going to rename it. Before I even clone it, I'm going to rename it because I realize now it should just be called Stream Rewards. Stream Rewards. Boom. Rename. Good, okay. So I don't need to have to do too much effort there. Yarn, add, nope, not even yet. Git, clone this thing. Boom. All right, cloning into Stream Rewards, great. Was wondering what package manager do you use, Yarn or NPM? I'm a Yarn fan all the way. Yarn every day. Perfect, that's my interest area. Serve app locally for OBS browser scene, but wanted to build it with Auth and DB for possible public-facing version. Yeah, okay, awesome. This is like the perfect thing then, because I'm going to build this and launch it publicly. So theoretically, once it's done, you can go and use it. But you'll see all the tools that I use to build it. Woot, yeah. All right, let's get on it. So cd stream rewards clear. So then yarn init -y. Just keep everything the same. Okay, so a couple things I add up front. React is the first one. React DOM. Next, we're going to add styled components. components. What if I told you I'm building something 30x faster than Yarn? I would believe it, given... Perfect, I'll sit back and lurk while I avoid my own React work. Thanks for the lurking, though. Yeah, 35x faster than Yarn. That would be wild, but I would 100% believe you, Tejas. I'd 100% believe you. Extreme dev. Yeah, I mean, you showed me Volt before. Yeah, you showed me Volt before. But it's a package manager for Windows, right? Not for JavaScript. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure which one you'd rather call you. React DOM, next, style components. SWR will need that. We'll need at supabase, and supabase dash JS. Did I spell it right? Supabase JS. What else do we need? Building it for JS too. Nice. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I believe it. If you're building it in Rust especially, it'll definitely be fast. Super fast. React DOM, next, style components, SWR, supabase. There's another one, at draft. I can't remember exactly what this is until, let me look at my past projects here. Eric Adamski. Nope, that's not the right one. GitHub. Here, and I use this one because I've been building it in a lot. Package JSON. Notion client, open draft. That's what it is. Open draft. Not draft. It's close. Open draft. What else do we need here? Class names, don't care. Ably, supabase. We already got it. Date functions. I don't think we need it. Dedent. Emoji picker React. I don't need that. Framer motion. Ooh, we should definitely add framer motion in there. We'll add some nice animations. Next we got MS. Do we need that? I don't think so. OAuth. I think we need OAuth for Twitch. Oh, that was not for Twitch. No, we don't need OAuth. Ramda, we might add later. DOM, RxJS, we probably don't need that. Style components, style, JSX, SWR, use latest, and UUID. I think we're good. Okay, I think this is good. I don't think we need anything else here. So let's add these things in. Oh, right. I didn't do add. Fool. Here, add. There we go. I'll have to add in. I'm going to use TypeScript as well, so I'll have to add that in, but I'll wait till this just initializes. I'm going to go ahead. I wrote a bunch of logic already for OAuthing with Twitch, so I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that from a different repository I have. Let me go find it. I'm getting to have a few too many repositories. Did I delete it? I don't think I did. Let me just look at Twitch. I think I deleted it locally. This one here. This is the one. It's got a library for Twitch. Good. Okay, so this is the way you can do OAuth. I'm going to grab that and kind of follow that as well. The other thing I'm going to open is supabase for my database. Supabase.io. We'll grab some keys from there eventually as well. Sign in. Let's create a new project. It's on my list. You know it's on my list, that Rust learning video. It's on my list. But I have too much to create now. Oh! What? How is there a cursor on there? Hold on. Did someone have a cursor right on oh! It's because it's on the fireworks page. Hilarious. That's great. So you can put cursors on my stream, apparently. That works out unintentionally working. I'm going to create a new project. Let's delete this one. How do I delete these things? They're in they're in development, so I'm okay to delete these things. Yeah, they can't. I wish, because they're in beta, maybe I should like DM them and ask if I can have more projects. Yet dash dev, because I find myself deleting ones that I kind of want to keep around, but that's fine. I just can't do development. That's okay. Streams. There we go. So create a new project in this organization, and the name will be stream-rewards. A strong password. I'll just can you see my thing? No, you can't. Okay. One password there. Supabase. grab my Supabase password. Don't peek. Super strong. Create new project. Okay, and that's going to kind of boot up. I'll get the keys for that in a minute. I haven't even opened my code editor yet, though. So let's do that. Code dot. There we go. So much happening. Everything's popping up. Let me know if at some point I'm cutting the code or the screen off here, because I sometimes can't see where it ends. My screen situation is a bit mucky. So a couple things here. I'm going to make this TypeScript by doing tsconfig.ts. No, .json. Next.js will add it by default, so let's leave it empty and it'll kind of sub it in. And then I'm going to add a few scripts here. Scripts. Start. Here. Next. Start. The amount of times that I've bootstrapped this exact setup, I should probably create a template for it. Dev. And this one will be build. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Build. There we go. Ooh, did I get a follow on Twitter as well? McGregor. That would be great, thank you. If you did, I'm not actually sure. I couldn't fully tell. Okay, so yeah, so this is set up. I'm gonna go ahead and bust it. Good, I have to step up my Twitter game because I've been kind of slacking and it's mostly just spam on there now. It's no good. So I'll step that up. For you specifically, I'll step it up. I'm gonna go ahead and do yarn dev. That's gonna initialize with TypeScript. Oh, right, I need the pages directory first. Pages, index.ts. Export default function. There we go. And return null, just so we have. Return null. If you have any questions about Next.js as well, I'm not going to explain them as I go, but if you haven't seen it before, curious how it works or what I'm doing, then just feel free to ask. I'll be happy to tell you about them. Wow. Someone's using a Windows or something that doesn't support emojis. I find a React Dev plus streamer smash the follow. Nice. Are there any more other React Dev streamers? There are quite. I think there's quite a few, isn't there? At least for web dev, there are. Crying face. Yarn dev. Who's sending across the large words 100 points? I feel like large words are almost as good as the actual emojis. Almost as good. Okay, so we got that set up now. We got the next end in there. tsconfig is all populated. I'm gonna pop in strict is true, and one more thing is base URL is the dot. Oops, dot. That way we don't have to do ridiculous imports. Boom. Good. I think. Oh, we're almost ready. .env.local. Add the environment variables, which I'm not going to show on this stream. Strictly typed too. Yeah, absolutely. It's the only way to go. Strictly typed. I'm a new convert though, to be honest. I can't claim purity at all. I'm a new convert. What was I going to do here? Local, right. Ignore that local. Where's the end ones? Here. Why just two of these things? Just ignore all the ends. Oopsie. Star. Every end thing, I don't want to hear it. Okay, I'm gonna pop off for a second and do this. Zoop. Just so that I can, wow, whoop, there we go. That had a little bit of freak out. Just so that I can add my environment variables in here without me peeking. No peeking. Adding my variables. API. Here we go. URL. Supabase underscore URL equals this thing. JWT secret, is that my new one? Oh, whoopsie. No, I picked the wrong thing. Supabase URL, supabase underscore API underscore key equals to reveal, copy, paste. This one's ultra secret, so nobody copy it. So we have those two, and then we need to do the same thing for Twitch. I need to grab my Twitch ones. So Twitch developers, manage this, grab my client ID, Twitch underscore client underscore ID equals this. Go back here. Okay, just in case you're curious, before I click the generate secret, I'm on this screen here, managing my application, Twitch console, just grab my client ID. It's public, so you can see it. I'm about to just get the secret and put it into my environment file. That's in case you're curious, like, what am I doing here? Yes, I want to generate a new secret. Put it in my environment file, Twitch underscore client underscore secret equals this. Brilliant. I think those are the only 4 things we need: Supabase and Twitch client stuff. I think those are the only environment variables we need. Is that true? Yes. Great. Okay, so let's kind of hide these things off to the side. Let's close this, or I'll just refresh maybe. Applications, there we go. So now that's hidden, and this one is hidden. Good. Okay, I think we're good. We're good now. We're good now. Oh wait, my file is my file isn't hidden. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Solid. So we got those set up. Environment variables are set up. Pages now. Okay, we have to have a few pages. The first page, the index, will be. We'll just do like a landing page. So we'll do auth in here. This is not going to be a fancy website for now. Do some auth. Eventually, you can just toss some things in here, but this is pretty much the auth page. The other page we'll have is U for user / and then ID for Twitch ID .tsx. And I'm realizing now that I used the wrong extension for this one. This is not a TS file, it's a TSX file. There we go. That way, UTSX, this will be export default function user page. So U for user, return null. And the Twitch ID will be allowed so that when you sign in, you'll get your own individual page to run things on. Inside of this user page, besides, actually we have to make this a directory, now I'm realizing. Let's make the directory here. We can just do, no, that's fine. Yeah, let's make a directory here. Doom Twitch ID. So we're making it a directory because I forgot that we're going to have a few index. We're going to have a few routes in here. One is the index page, so when you go there, you can see your rewards and see the progress and whatever. The other one is, Kayla, you're here. Are you going to watch me build this, or at least listen to me build this? I'm building it for you. Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, the other one besides the index file, which is the one you view it on, is the way you edit it. So I just recording a video from my hand. Very good. You Twitch ID and then edit. Edit will be allowed so you can edit TSX all of the rewards you want to do. Did you get what I sent you in Discord? Oh, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Let me check. I was away from my computer for a bit. And sure, whatever. Yes, you did send it to me. Basically, pop up or something when each goal is met, and then something that says what goal is next. Cool. Okay, so this is what when you get back, Kaylee, let me know, and then I'll show you kind of what I have, and you can let me know what you're thinking. So this here, export default. So this is a page where you edit them. Default function. Edit goals here, boom, and return null. There we go. Twitch ID, edit this way, perfect. Index, this is great. So let's work on auth first, because that's mostly done. And then, we need a couple pages as well. We need the auth / twitch.tsx page, which is the one we put as our, what was the OAuth callback URL? That's what it was. Export default function OAuth Twitch OAuth callback. Return null. There we go. Okay, so this is kind of just the scaffolding of the pages, scaffolding of the project. Now we can get into doing some of that actual coding for this content. So lib twitch.ts. We're going to create a lib twitch.ts file, and this is where I get into my copy pastas here. All of this, please. I need all of this. Oh, let's go raw. I should probably build an extension to copy and paste nicely from Chrome. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Why are you complaining? Headers. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Exclamation point. There we go. Client ID is definitely there. So this will get your user from Twitch API. This gets the OAuth token from the Twitch API. This gets our OAuth URL with user and read email. We'll also need another permission, I believe. So let me just pop onto Twitch's API docs. So Twitch API documentation here. And pub/sub. Is it pub/sub? Maybe I won't go there. Twitch API. Reference f sub. Create event subscription here. This is the one, subscriptions. Oh, we only need an app access token. I didn't realize. Type version condition report, response, the ID, the status, the webhook verification. That's not what we want to do, right? Get event subscriptions, delete event subscriptions, broadcaster subscriptions. Is that the one we need? OAuth token is required. Channel read subscriptions. I think this is the one we want. Tier, broadcaster ID, login, gift name, blah, 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 blah. It needs a broadcaster ID. Yes, this is the one we want. This is the one we want. So we need this permission as well. Channel read subscriptions. Check user subscription. Get broadcaster subscriptions. Actually, maybe this is not what we want. Get all the subscriptions for a specific broadcaster. No, this is what we want. Isn't there a way to subscribe to these things? Webhook references. This is what we want here. What are the events? Subscribe to and unsubscribe from events. Authentication. All topics require an authorization token. Authorization requirements are based on the hub that topic supplied. Callback mode topic maps to a new Twitch API endpoint. Okay. Yo, Nitesh, what's up? You're early this time. What's up, my man? How's it going? Followers, topic, stream change topic, user change topic, extension transaction, moderator. Where is subscribers? Channel bans, subscription events. Here we go. So we got to figure out how to do this. This notifies you when a payment has been processed for a subscription or unsubscription. A user who is subscribed to a broadcaster notifies the broadcaster of the subscription in the chat. The data returned from this topic may be unreliable. If you need notifications for the new channel subscriptions, consider event subs channel.subscribe. Okay, here we go. Webhooks, no, TV event sub. Channel subscriptions, so pub/sub channel subscriptions. Must have channel read subscription scope. I think I just added that. Channel read subscriptions, I do, okay. Do this again. What am I building? I'm building, it's, okay, something like this so that you can track when someone subscribes, how many subscribers, and then it's just got a list of rewards. So when you can hit those rewards, what reward is up next? Back to, yeah, so it'd be an overlay on OBS. It's like this, something like that. Where am I? Where's my browser window? How did I just lose that so easily? Oh, here it is. Because it's white, that's why. I'm just going to copy and paste this documentation into here because I know I'm going to need it. Boom. Okay, let me figure this out now. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's the idea, is that I can also use it, but I don't have subscriptions yet. I'm not affiliate. So when we get there, yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Okay, so let's look at the guide briefly on this, because I don't know anything about event sub subscriptions, blah, 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 blah. Authorization. You must include an app access token in all API requests. You do not need to include a user access token for every subscriptions that require user authorization, even for subscriptions, because Twitch checks authorization throughout the lifetime of your subscription. What did you do to start a new project and develop those files in Visual Studio Code? You'll have to go back and watch, because I did it all from here. So it is recorded in Twitch. I can create, or you can create a clip, or I don't know how that works, a highlight, whatever it may be. It's from the start of the stream till about now. It'll show you kind of what the setup looks like. Okay, so it looks like we need an app access token, which are easier to get. That's fine. When creating a subscription, you must specify secret for the purposes of verification. Yeah, nice. Describe below in verify a signature. Okay. The secret is string is between 100 characters for your application. Will define and send to Twitch and subscriptions. Nice. Creation process. As a result, the secret you should not be your client secret or extension secret. Okay, so it's got to be different than those. I'll just generate some random string for that. Create a subscription. Create a subscription. Call this endpoint with the subscription details in the body. So let's copy this. Create the subscription with this URL. Let's go here. Just create sub URL here. We probably end up doing this outside of the app. I don't know if we need an app for this, although probably we do. Probably we do. So we probably do this in the code. This is the body. Type, version, condition, transport. Let's copy this, I guess. This way, easily create. It must be HTTPS. That's fine. We'll set it up on HTTPS. So this is the body here. And instead of channel.follow, I think it's channel.subscriptions is what we're going to want to follow. What we're going to want to listen for, we'll look for it again. Twitch responds indicating the subscription request status. We put callback verification pending. This is because Twitch needs to verify that you own the callback you specified. Twitch sends a callback verification request to your server using the callback URL provided in the request. Okay. Which is all this nonsense, a challenge, blah, blah, blah. What kind of app are you making? Great question, Portuguese cook. I'm making a... So my friend is doing a stream and she has these rewards that she wants to give out or offer. I'm not sure how that would work when she reaches a certain level of subs during that stream. And so I'm making an app that overlays on top of the Twitch stream, like kind of like this. The design is TBD, but something like this, so that you can see how many subs you are currently at for this stream, what the next reward might be, maybe what the rewards are on the side, and we'll monitor when people subscribe as well. So we can say do little notifications or whatever that may be, but have that overlay onto Twitch. So we're building a web app to do this. So you can go and like enter the subscriptions, or you can log in with Twitch. You can enter in your rewards and like the number of sub accounts you need. How did you cook, and how did you even come up with that name? Good one, good one. How did you come up with that name? That's a good one. I hope you cook, and if you do cook, what's your favorite thing to cook? That's always a good question to ask. Okay, verify this signature header in the callback. I like cooking and also Portuguese. There it is. What do you like to cook that is Portuguese? Like what's a good Portuguese food stuff that you like to cook? Verify this header in the callback verification request to make sure the payload came from Twitch. See verify signature for more details. Oh, jeez, okay. And then respond to a callback verification request by returning the value of challenge. Your response must be a raw string. If your server is using web framework, be careful your web framework doesn't modify the response. Okay. So this is like decently complicated, and I haven't done it before, so it might be slightly slow to set this up. But I'll ignore that for now. We'll leave all the documentation here. This seems reasonable. It's going to require a few requests, some sendbacks, and a database record to store the challenge. Because I'm assuming, so there's step 1, step 2. Do they send the challenge back here? No. Oh, okay. Weird. The challenge is sent to my callback URL, and then I need to respond. Never mind. There's only one route. It seems like just 2 routes. Okay. It doesn't seem that bad. It doesn't seem that bad at all. But we'll leave it the way it is. We'll just get working still on getting there. I'm ashamed to say that I and our family don't eat much Portuguese food, but I like making different pasta dishes since that's relatively simple and can be a bit more fancy. Nice. Okay, good. Okay, well you don't have to. That's cool. You don't have to eat Portuguese food, but is there any like Portuguese? Like, what is your favorite Portuguese food? Because I know nothing about Portuguese food, but I've heard good things. I've heard good things about it. Right. So what we need is let's pop into the root pages index, and it's going to have this get server side props. So this is doing server side rendering, which is what we'll need to do as well on our index page. So we'll just paste this in here and import a few things. Import get server-side props. Good. Props, what do we need? Twitch, auth URL, state, and user. And oh, looks like we need to import UUID. I didn't install UUID. So let's do that as well. Oopsie. Yarn add UUID. Add UUID. And I don't think there's any types for that, so I might have to install some types as well for that, but that's fine. Good, okay, so UUID is installed. Let's start doing some imports. Import UUID, or v4 it's called, as UUID from UUID. So we can import that. Twitch, import star as Twitch from lib Twitch. That's my file. And I created UUID v4 is there. What? There's just no types? Yeah, there's no types. Ugh, why doesn't everyone publish things with types? Yarn add dev types. I'm kidding. It's fine. I used to write so much JavaScript. I wouldn't bother with types. I thought people and their types. Ugh. Only been in Portugal once, but was a fan of one dish, pounded steak that came with an egg. That sounds delicious. Then I think there was also rice and fries. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds amazing. You have seen the light. I have seen the light. I'm all about it now. Look at all those flags flying. But the pasta del nata was the bomb over there. Way better than you can get here in Canada. Oh, you're from Canada as well, Portuguese cook. And pasta del nata are like egg tarts. Oh, egg tarts are amazing. I absolutely love egg tarts. You live in Ottawa as well. Do I somehow know? Do I know you though? I feel like I've seen you on my stream before at some time in the past. Portuguese cook. I feel like I've mentioned that before, possibly like a couple years ago, even like last year. V4 UID. Sorry, now I'm just getting like, oh yeah, UID V4. That's what I did. That's what I did wrong here. Good. Way back pre-COVID. Yeah. Pre-COVID. Now it's like everyone's COVID. Interface props. Okay, so the props that are coming back, we have a string called Twitch auth URL string. We have a state string and user. So user. How are we getting user? Try and parse user string right, because all I did here, I think we'll keep that out for now. All I did here was store the JavaScript user string back from Twitch in there. I think I found you on Twitter from some person I know is following that also lived here and worked in tech. Cool. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. That's me, just the guy who knows some people and is in tech. Yeah, so actually, yeah, I'll keep the cookie there for now. So I store a cookie from the server. I guess I need to install this. And I got the user string out of that. You know what? No, we don't need to do this right now. We'll keep it this way. I think initially, maybe later we'll deal with that, but for now, just generate some sort of state on render or on visit of the page. We don't need context, and then send that to get Twitch OAuth URL. So I don't know if anyone has worked too much with OAuth in general, but it's best you send, and most APIs require. So you stop doing your website for now? For now, yeah. I'm gonna come back to it because it's getting closer. I was working on performance today because it was so bad. I was playing around with it. I'll have to have more people to test it with though, because I can't move 2 cursors at once. But I think locally, I've done a lot of performance improvements that will help a lot. Anyway, okay, so this is going to render us give us a Twitch URL to go to, and so here I can just do a little button, and we'll do some styling, later on this, but we'll get the kind of the functionality working for this. Log in with Twitch, and this will have a tag around it as well. Try to fix the notice. Did I not fix that? I thought I fixed it. Is it still doing it for you? href equals props dot Twitch auth URL. Oh, why am I sending the state here? Weird. Okay, I don't think I should be sending the state here. It's still popping up. Wow, brutal. Okay. I'll figure it out one day. props. I did push it. Absolutely. I did push it. So maybe I'm not sure. I did realize that one other thing that was broken on the site was that I didn't put my keys in properly. So I also fixed that this morning, bright and early, or last night. I can't remember. Okay, why am I sending the state through? I'm quite confused why I'm sending the state through. I shouldn't be sending the state through. Oh, that's why. Yeah. I remember now. Because I wasn't using a database, so I pushed the state into the local storage, which actually makes sense. We'll keep doing that. That's just a simpler way of handling it this way. We'll do __ reward, Twitch rewards, Twitch rewards. Oh, it's not working. It's not working. Sorry. It's not working. So I built yesterday, for those of you who are kind of confused about the table tennis thing, I was building a real-time, I don't know if you've seen a couple cursors pop up. I'm going to show you. We'll just take an aside here, just so I can show. It makes it easier to show. Here, streams, here. So on this site, you can see I have like a cursor, and it's showing up on my stream as well. So like wherever my cursor is here, it's kind of moving on the stream as well. And then, oh, there's some more people coming in, lovely. So then if you move close enough, it says press Q to start a game of Pong. And I want to be able to do like a live version of Pong. So you press Q and like the bars come up and you can like play Pong. But it's not done yet. So this is what I was doing yesterday, is doing this. I'm not playing. Who's sending me an invite? I can't even reject invites yet. I'm not playing. But yeah, so that's what we were building yesterday. And if you come here, you can click on these emojis. And it should, yeah, it sends them across my screen as well. So I'm kind of just building onto this for fun. But yeah, there's a couple bugs actually that I'm fixing. Cool. I'm not gonna take this invite. Goodbye. All right, I'm gonna keep going here. Focusing in on this one. So yeah, so store that in local state. So the state here is just a challenge to make sure that you can't spoof URLs. So if I request OAuth from this browser, then my other browser before whenever I respond to it has to have the same state in order for us to get a token. That's all. So I can store the state in this browser in local state. It might be better to store it in an actual database, but for now, I think it's fine to do it here. Oh, is that my cursor not going away? Oh, no, it's somebody else's. Okay. So, see, wouldn't it be good if you could just move that cursor over to my face and then just place a lovely sticker right on there? That'd be great. And then you could just put a sticker on my face. We'll keep working on it. That would be some fun to build up to. Okay, so this is kind of the home page. All we have is this. Let's boot it up and see what it looks like. Yarn dev here. And we will need to build, the second page we'll need to build for Auth is the actual Twitch callback. So let's go and grab that. Luckily I wrote all this code before. It's really handy to have written all this code once. So Auth callback Twitch. And here's the Twitch callback. Let me just grab the whole thing. I could do raw, I guess, but boom, copy, pasta, Twitch, auth, callback. I should probably check to make sure that is the correct URL, auth/Twitch. Yeah, okay, good. So let's just paste this in here. And because I have two components, I'm just going to copy and paste some stuff. So this, go and study. Go and study. Enjoy. Have fun. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sending some chats. We'll see you soon, Nitesh. Thank you. Enjoy your studying. Good, so when we request Auth to Twitch, they'll come back with a URL to this callback URL, and which is the wrong one, actually. Because I'm realizing now that inside of my Twitch library, you have to send through the callback redirect URI, and I'm realizing that it's wrong. This is just auth/Twitch. And hopefully this will be https://twitch-rewards.vercel.app. If I can get that URL, I'm pretty happy. There we go, /auth/Twitch. There, so this URL says, hey, when I've authorized, send me back to this URL, this one in development and this one in production, which will take us here. It's going to send back a code as a query parameter, and then I have to grab the state as well. So this is the state that I sent originally, and they're sending it back to me. So then I need to go into local storage and get my version of the state to make sure I even have it, which is now this. So I could probably get this abstracted a bit, but that's fine, copy and paste. And then I need to compare the two states together. If they're different, if these things are not the same, we can definitely do a strict equals here. If these are not the same, we cannot auth. It means that someone's trying to spoof login and run auth. Otherwise, we're just going to send off a request saying, good to go. Here's the code on the back end with Twitch, so I can use my API keys, get the user, get an access token, and everyone's happy. Once that happens, we'll send back and we'll just do it. It's just like a push back to home. This will actually push back to, we'll actually do this. If response.ok, then we'll do const, we'll bring in await. Yeah, we'll bring in await async here. Async here. All right, I'm gonna dip because my break's ending. Thanks, good luck with the app. Thank you, Portuguese cook. We'll see you soon. You'll come back, right? You'll come back. Thanks for popping in for the views while you're on break. I don't know how you do that. People like come in for a break. I'm uncommitted, probably. No, I want a full-on commitment right now that you'll be back. It's okay. It's all right. I understand. Breaks are hard. I'm not that interesting. I completely understand. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna get parse error and user. So we'll send back the user from this once we go Twitch auth callback, Twitch blah blah blah, and I'll use await until, this is that sweet until utility, and then response.json. So response.json is async, and depends also if we get a bad JSON object, this thing will fail. So this until function is really nice. Why? Oh, do I need to install the types for it? I don't think so. Import until from at open draft slash until. The right one, until. There? Why is it upset though? Cannot find until. Oh. There we go. What? Why is it upset still? I know, my spelling is atrocious. It's not callable. This way? Ah, there we go, okay. Why didn't it auto import anyway? Whatever. So yeah, until is an awesome utility. So if this thing fails, it's kind of nice. It'll toss it into parse error. Otherwise, it'll give back to user. And then what we'll do there is if parse error is empty or equals to null, and user is not empty, then we'll send you to the user page. So this thing / u is the thing, and then the token user ID. So, gosh, I pressed so many keys and just fat fingering all over the place. User.id. Good, so here we go. So that way we get, when we get this callback with our code, it gets a token, which is great. We'll store some stuff in the database, create a user if it's not created, get a user if it is created, send it back for the object and send it back here. Almost better if it's just maybe send the ID, but my fingers are too fat. Adam, they are too fat. I don't know why you just brought that up though. Now I'm feeling self-conscious, but my fingers are absolutely. All right, I'm trying to get my fingers fatter. Trying to do some rock climbing. I want those huge fingers of muscle, so I can just crush things with my fingers. That's what I'm going towards. Okay, so if this for some reason there's an error, we can just return out of this as well. Return that, whatever. Here, write it a question and return. If there's an error or the user is empty, we'll just push back to home. Router.push, or we can replace. Actually, replace. We kind of don't want to have this be a navigatable page. We'll do the same thing here. Replace. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. So this is good. So we have the fact that we can go and get a token. You haven't seen it yet, but we can click that button. It gets redirected here. If we get a code, now we just need to do this piece of actually going and doing the backend logic to get the user. I need to go here. Where's my cheat sheet? I already done it, and I just want to copy past it. Auth callback. Here it is. Twitch. Raw. Boom. Paste. Here we go. And then pages. API / what was it? Auth / call. Dot / callback / twitch.ts. Pasta. Okay, here we go. We need to import cookie. We need to create the cookies. All about creating cookies. Yarn add cookie. And MS as well for expiry. Yarn add MS I know there's no types for MS, so I'll just go ahead and add those. Yarn add dev at types MS. Good. One of the best packages. MS, I love it. Is this one not? This one doesn't have any types either? Oh, darn it. No types for cookie. Yarn add dev types. There we go. Bam. Okay, so let's just take a step back here because I copied and pasted this, so we'll take a look. So it says that if we don't have a get, if we didn't do a get, then send back unauthorized 4 or 5 is method not allowed. If we did, then we'll get a code. We set the code as query parameter over here. Here's query parameter code. So we sent that through, so that's good. Then we'll try and get an OAuth token. If there is no error on the OAuth token, and the response is okay, then we'll get the access token out. I don't think we need token type. I was just checking it before. We'll get the Twitch user. If there's an error, then we'll do nothing. If we, I think we should probably return like a, yeah, because this will be fine. If we just res.end it, it'll return 200, but get no user back, and then it'll be fine. Okay, so then we have to, I'm not sure why we had to do this before. Access control, expose header, set cookie. It was sort of weird, but anyway, we'll set the cookie to save it to our cookie. What should it be? And what should we store in the cookie? I think we're just going to store the user ID. I think that's all we kind of need to send back and forth with requests. Although we should probably authorize some token. I hate doing auth. Oh, it takes so much effort to do auth. Oh. Okay, well, we'll send back some cookie with some sort of, it says stringify the user. I don't really want to do that. I don't think. We'll see. I think there's a better auth pattern here, but we'll just kind of get going. We'll kind of get these things working. So a couple things have to happen here. There's no database right now, so getting the auth token, and then getting the access token and getting the user, we'll have to do a couple things. One is check to see, well, I guess it's after if we have a user here. Oops. Oh gosh, I just broke everything. Here, check to see if we already have a user in the DB. And if we do, we can send it back. If we don't, we have to create a new user if not already in DB. There, and then those two things will store that in DB. The other thing we need to do if we have to create one is create the webhook sub. So then we have to do that subscription piece for whatever broadcaster you are to listen for your subscribes. It should almost be an option here because I don't have subscribes. It would be fun to track follows. So it almost should be an option to say I want to track subscriptions or I want to track follows. But that's fine. Either way, maybe you can do both. Who knows? Maybe I'll add follows later because we don't need it right now. Kaylee only needs subs. She only needs those subs. Okay, yeah, so that's the extra logic we have to add in here. But besides that, setting cookie, let's just change the name of this cookie name for now. What is it called? Twitch rewards RW. There we go, Twitch rewards. So this should be fine to go and get an ID, send it back to as a cookie, store it, and then send us to this page here, the user page, which will add in some props. We don't have any props yet. I'm going to import. We can do server-side render. Should we do server-side render here? Should we do server-side render? Maybe. Export. Should we? I want to print the username of the Twitch person so we know that it works. That's what I'm trying to do. So let me just go and grab this one here so I don't have to like copy and paste it anything. We'll get context from here. We'll get again, it's cookies. Cookies equals to context. I think that's right. Probably context.request as well. We'll see. This import that. We don't have a type there. We don't need the state. I'm just going to send back the user, and we'll send it back as null. Right now, you can't serialize undefined here, so keep it as null. Cookies is declared, but its values are red. It doesn't exist on this type. Is it .request? Yeah, the request.cookies. Okay, then we gotta parse them. We need to install JS cookie. Did I not install that either? Yarn add JS cookie. So much scaffolding. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. I didn't even look. Is it done? It's done. Okay. Let's pop that in, import JS cookie, and then parse it. So const, we'll get underscore underscore RW, no, TWRW, Twitch rewards. That's going to be the ID token, equals to cookie.parse cookies. There. Cookie.parse cookies. Oh darn, okay. Import cookie from JS cookie. And I think there's probably going to be no types on it, of course. Of course, stop it. Of course there's no types. No types. All right, here. Grab this. Yarn add dev types. Great. Okay. Now cookie.parse is not a thing. Ah, right, because it's not a static object. Parse. That's all. Right? No? What's in this library then? Cookie attributes, whatever. Cookie static. How do I parse these things? Object converter. Cookies namespace, cookie static. It must be in here then, okay. Set, get JSON, remove, no conflict with converter. What the heck? Is it just a constructor? Like, do I just do cookies, and then pass it into cookies? What? How do I use this? I did it in my other app. What's going on? Okay, let me look here. How the hell did I use this before? Pages. It was on the index for this in this case. Cookie.parse. Oh, star is cookie from cookie. Oh, why did I even import JS cookie? I'm a rookie is what I am. Darn it. Alright. Cookie.parse. There we go. What? Next API request cookies. What? Parse. Next request. Oh, headers cookie. Okay. I'm all wrong here. Headers cookie. There. And then cookie. Okay, there we go. Now we're sorted. No, wait, what? Stringer undefined. Right. How did I deal with that here? This one didn't care. Headers cookie context.request. That's bizarre. That it suggests that that's possibly undefined. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Okay, we can just say like if cookie not equals to null, we'll do a redirect. We'll just return. How do we do redirect again in next? I don't remember at all. Contacts.res. Set header, something like this. Expected 2 arguments. I don't remember what it was. Oh no. Okay, now I gotta look that up. Redirect. What? Why isn't it typing? Next.js redirect server side. Get server side props redirect. Here we go. Here we go. Where is the? There it is. Res.status code and then set header. Replace link with your link URL. There we go. Location. So this will be the redirect. Context.res, set header location to be slash. If for some reason you're unauthorized, you can't go there. We're going to send you to 3.0. We're going to redirect you to the home page. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Return. That way, if we get here, we know for sure we have this cookie. Is this async? Yeah, it is. So then we can parse this. So const user is equal to. Actually, we'll do a. Stop. Parse error in user. Because maybe the cookie doesn't exist. So we have cookies, but it doesn't exist. So we got to check that as well. We can do await until. Oh, until's not going to work. We got to try catch this. Let user equal to null. And then try. Because it's not async to parse something. User equals json.parse __twrw. We'll actually just take this as a different name. User string there. User string. And not praise. I don't want to praise it. Parse this. Catch. If we don't do it, if we don't catch, this is just empty catch. Do nothing. It's all good there. I guess we could do the same thing as well. Like if cookie's null, we want to return. If user is also null, we can redirect home. We could also send it back as null, but that's fine. We'll just do that. There we go. So that seems good. What's going on? What's wrong? Oh, because return has to return a props object this way. Props, and here as well. Props this way. Oopsies. Even though it'll never get there, it needs to return anyways. Okay, the next thing we have to do is create an interface here for props. Interface props user is going to be a Twitch user, which I think I have a definition. No? Do I not have a definition for that yet? I don't. Crap. Where am I? This is not the right place. Twitch pages? No. I have too many things called Twitch now. Let's look at Twitch lib there. You're back! You're back. Welcome back. Oh, Kyle 604T. Thanks for the sub. I know that you and Kaylee are often chatting together at the same streams all the time, so I really appreciate it. Thank you. I hope this is like somewhat enjoyable to you. I don't know if you code or not, but hopefully this is somewhat enjoyable to watch. Okay. Let's take a pause. I'm just going to finish up Kaylee. I'm just going to finish up the auth part of it. I'll get that sort of flowing through, and then we'll riff on design a bit. We'll riff on some design. So what was I going to do here? I was going to go and get my Twitch user right. So in here, I have lib, and then Twitch, and I've got the Twitch user interface. Here it is. I enjoy coding, but know nothing. So I'm confused then. So you enjoy it, but you know nothing. So do you do it then? Oh, you enjoy watching it, but you don't do it. Okay, all right, okay. That's good. I'm gonna send you a color palette. Oh, you even have a color palette. That's good. Colors are hard. Colors are super hard. Send me that color palette. Just toss it in the chat. I can copy and paste it. Give me those hexes. It's all about the hexes. OAuth token get user. Great. Where am I? User here. So this thing get user should return. Let me just take a peek here. Yeah, it returns this thing, but this thing is actually a Twitch user. So promise. Oh, it's actually synchronous. No, it's promise. Promise Twitch user or undefined, right? Twitch user, is there no? If it's okay, yeah, or undefined. That's what it is. Or undefined. Great. What is this? It's like a yellow? FFD. I'll just put them at the bottom here. Actually, I'll put them in here right now. Boom. Color number 1. Yeah, it's yellow. Called it. I knew it was a yellow. What's this color? A green. Woo! I'm just going to paste them in here so I remember them. I'll create variables as well. Here. Oh, it's in the small town team library. Okay, maybe not then. Maybe I won't create variables. Ooh, is this a gray? What is this color? I'll just create boxes. What am I doing? So silly. Boom. Purple. Nice. Oh, duplicate. What's this next one? C? I don't know what color C is. Blue. I should have guessed blue. Duplicate here. Take this green away. Put it over there. Oh, this is a nice color palette. Pff, not a designer. Okay. Whatever. Copy. Paste. Boom. That doesn't even look like the same yellow. Grab this. A. That's close to white. It's gonna be a faded white, right? Or dark purple. Nailed it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that all of them? That better be all of them. We better not have any more. That's all. Okay. Let me finish up the authentication and then we can riff on that. Okay, so that's good. Oh yeah, I may not use all of them. Who knows? Stop doing that. Import type of Twitch user from lib Twitch. There we go. And then user page has props there, and then we can do, and this is actually optional because potentially it's undefined. We may have to do possibly like redirect on client, but we'll ignore that for now as well. And instead, we'll just do send back user question mark dot display name, or oops, just in case I broke it. And it's props dot user display name. Great. Okay, I think we're all set. I think we're all set now for a test drive, for a test run. Yarn dev. Here we go. Open up the browser. Localhost. Where are we? Localhost 3000. Log into Twitch button. Click. You're about to leave. Yep. Oh, error. Redirect mismatch. Darn it. Crap. Okay. Well, what is my redirect? Hold on. What is my redirect? My redirect is auth Twitch. Pages slash auth Twitch. API callback Twitch. And in here, when I do, where's my Twitch library? Here. Auth Twitch, right? Did I spell everything right? A-U-T-H-T-W-I-T-C-H. Auth Twitch. It's taking this one, localhost 3000 / auth Twitch. And then state redirect URI. Get auth token also sends redirect URI. Yeah. Okay. So what's broken then? Why do I have to bork everything? Localhost. Oh, that's why. There's an S at the front of this one. I'm a fool. This is. There we go. Save. There we go. Okay. Now it'll be fine. I know. Seriously? HTTPS. It's completely useless. There we go. Authorize. Redirecting. Hopefully nothing's broken. Darn it. Something borked. What? Why was it? What? It didn't set my cookie. Cookies. Localhost. Cookies. Oh no, there it is. Get out. Login Wikidoo. It's right here. __ TWRW. So why did it not send me to the look? Why? But what? But so here, this sent me here instead of here. So either there was a parse error. Oh, yeah, I know why. I realize now why. This is what I find fascinating that I'm sure most developers hate, the problem solving. Oh my gosh, that's probably why you become a developer or a programmer. It's because you love problem solving. There are certain problems that are no fun because they're boring and tedious and you're like, this sucks. But yeah, I would guess completely the opposite. I would say most developers, yeah, I would guess most developers love the problem solving portion of it. Okay, so what happened here was in my backend, I just set a cookie. I didn't send back any data. So I do res.json, and I'm going to return that here as well, so I don't have to respond twice. But I'm going to send back the user data. So I have this user bit, access token, user. Let's send back the user as JSON. There. Okay, so that was my fault. My apologies. Let's try again. Log into Twitch. Redirecting. Oops, no. Okay, so it brought me to u/wikidoo, which is good. So now I'm off with Twitch, and that's great. But for some reason it said oops because I don't have a display name. Like what? That shouldn't be right. Or where am I? Hold on. Where is this page? Where's my oops page? User.display name or oops. Yeah. Why was that empty? Here. Refresh. Nothing. So is my cookie all bad? Maybe my cookie's all bad. Let me see what my cookie looks like. Console.log user string. So that's going to render on the server. So I'll just refresh this. Look on the server. Image URL, login, ID. Oh, it doesn't have a display name. That's why. Nothing worse than bad cookies. I can't say it any better myself, Adam. Nothing best that nothing bad. What? Nothing worse. Nothing worse. Is the empty return normal for that kind of fetch, or is it void? An empty return for which kind of fetch? Sorry. This is why I sort of wish I had the ability for you to have a cursor on my screen. An empty return for which fetch? For the response. An empty return for the response. Is it in the code we're looking at right now? Like this, maybe? Is that what we're talking about? Or is it void? Or here? Or is it in, are we talking about where you're setting the cookie? Aha, aha, aha. Setting the cookie. Pages API here. Here. At the end here, you mean? Is that line 45? Is that what you're asking? Maybe I can make the font bigger as well. That might help. Everything just got bigger. Yeah, this is just end the stream. Otherwise, send back user. Void, I don't know. You probably could send back void. I'm not actually sure what would happen. There's probably nothing, because void is just a type, really. Although there is actually a void thing in JavaScript, but we won't get into that. That's fine. Okay, so now if I go back here, there we go. It says Wickadoo. So we auth with Twitch. I should have had a to-do list so I can get some things. The return threw me off. Oh, yeah. Just bail it early. We don't need to return anything. Void is fine here. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so auth works. Auth is working. We have auth. We have no database yet. So if we look at this API callback here, there's two things we have to do's, which are updating the database. So we'll do that in a second. But while Kaylee is here, in case she has to leave and do actual work, we'll just riff on some design. So you just wanted some things to pop up. I was like, oh, we should have this this bar, which we can show and hide as well on some sort of interval. But let me know what you're thinking here. So do you want it to take up this much space? Do you want to have a bar that measures like where we're currently at, and ignore the colors for now? Or do you do like the bar? We can make it smaller, of course, as well. I just, again, like maybe arbitrarily just made these things these size. Like we could just make it like this, just so it takes up less space. I was going to have something similar. Okay, you can have something similar. All right, so we'll do we'll just move this number. So this is the current subs. We can also do like a text here. Current subs. BRB door. Fair. So maybe like this, current subs like that. I just hate to have so much space being taken up. We'll do this as well. Like maybe the last sub can go there. So it kind of just follows the bar. The next reward at X number of subs. It's just hard to read. Don't you think it's hard to read? I feel like it's a bit hard to read this way. And then maybe we can just have just the next one. So like here's 100. And this needs to be way smaller. 7 pixels, try 2. And not so far out. Zoom really far in. High quality stream right here. What are we looking at? Zoom. I want it to come out just a little bit. And then delete this, grab this. Dance like crazy will be a reward. Who knows? Here for the pixels. Yeah, that's right. That's all you're here for, right? Just the pixels. Align it this way. This will look better. There. There we go. So it's like somewhat minimal. I feel like this should look better. I feel like these need to look better. Let's do this. Give this that. Put a background. And that way with the background, oh yeah, we'll do a background. We'll do like a macOS style, glass style background. You're back. She's back. Okay, selection colors. We'll do a background. Your neighbor brought you a scone? What in the world? Why don't my neighbors bring me scones? Ridiculous. I want a scone. What kind of scone is it? I don't know. It better be a good flavor of scone as well. No, I shouldn't say that. That's not. Any scone is good. You're not sure yet? Well, keep us updated on the scone situation. She made them this morning. Ooh, fresh scones. Okay, 16. No, 8. 8. Cranberry. Oh yeah, that's good. You're gonna add some padding here. It's at 10 now. Let's give it 8. And center align those suckers. give this thing a border radius of what, 4, and then okay, so I can't do the effect that I want to do here, but we'll just give this an opacity that'll be like the same thing, 60 for now, anyways. Because I think, can you blur things? Actually, I don't actually know if you can do a blur. Stop! Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Come on. Drop shadow, layer blur. You can. Ah, yes. Okay, so I can do a little blur here. Let me just add. I don't want the whole layer to be blurred. Crap. Take that away. Take that away. Take it away! Let me add just a little box in here. Boop. And darn it, now these things are beside each other. Well, crap. Okay, well, it's fine. We'll just keep it like this and move it over there. And what color, what purple seems like a good standy-outy color. All your colors are really bad for text. Are you okay, Kaylee, if I use like a black of some sort or a gray? Because, like, yeah, it's gonna be really hard to read. Or I could put it on top of the yellow. Or the blue. Blue on top of yellow. Make this, instead of white, we have it this color. It would have to be less opaque. 80, sorry, more opaque. There we go. Ah, I can't stand it. It's terrible. It's all bad. Whatever I want? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna keep this black then, because the, no, not because the colors are a bit bright. We can put a nice color in the background though. The blue might be nice. Here, boom. There we go. I gotta change these colors. This green should be fully reversed. This part should be green. This part, we'll just keep it as white for now. FFF. FFFFFFF. And then this here, green. Great. How does that look? How does that look? Pablo TD VSM. Hello. Welcome, welcome. We are just taking a look at a picture of Kaylee. I just took a snap of your stream. Probably I didn't pick an opportune time either, so we're designing a little app to build for the stream, and I'm not like a brilliant at design, so this might be hurting everyone's eyes to look at this. I'm realizing now, because I have a background, I can make this text smaller. There we go. That feels much more cozy. Zoop. And you know what? I'm going wild on the borders. Let's give this like 10. More than that. Let's give it 32. Yeah, a little pill like. How do we feel about this, Kaylee? A little pill. I like pills. I'm just gonna make the borders on the side a bit bigger. Let's double those. 16, 16. There we go. Yeah, we feel. There we go. There we go. Things? Oh, are they not good things? It's fine if they're not good. I'm okay with that. We can also toss in some emojis and stuff. Make that feel good. You can also change the colors. It's also got this blue little bar here. You can take that away. Tell me what you feels. Tell me what you feels. Let me just go 100 subs. 4. Ooh. Less border radius. Less border radius. Okay. Here we go. We don't like the massive amounts of border radius. How about 16? Oh, I typed 165. And by less border radius, you mean more border radius, right? That's what you actually mean? You like more square, like this. 10? Is that reasonable, or do you want to go back down to like almost no border radius? Yeah, okay. We'll come up with the content too. Do you want to actually know the number? We can put the number in, like I can take, this is good. This is, what is good? Let me go with this. Let me take that away, because I feel like it just pokes too much into your content. And so I'm just going to duplicate this thing, cut, paste, and, oh, not like that. Move it over here. 100 subs. 100 subs. I'll put it on that line. Oh! Hold on. Hold on. This is not going to make any difference, is it? I'll put it like 12 pixels to be too small to even read. Yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't like it. I can just put the number. I could just put the number, but the bar is really small now, and so it sort of feels odd. Like that. Oh, but maybe I'll just change the color of the bar as well. Maybe that'll help. Let's go with that. I think if I make it the same blue as this, it might work out. This color is not white, blue. There, and then we can center this along the bar. I think I just moved the whole background. Yeah. It's just so hard to read. I might have to make the bar thicker so that the 100 stays over it. Otherwise, it's just too hard to read. We can just do like, if I pop this into here, and then I'll change the layout. Hold on. I'll change the layout. Don't yell at me yet. I know it looks terrible. Here, and align these this way. And we can do 100 subs for, and then I dance like crazy. I don't actually know what you're giving away, what the rewards are here. And we'll make it just regular font size. There we go, right? That's good. That's fine. Current subs, 52. We could probably just toss this in something as well, like a little blob. I just don't want to take up so much space. I don't want to take up too much space. This should probably be, oh, but it should be there, right? Do you want it to, what I had, the idea here was like, so this content sort of follows this bar. So as you get more subs and the bar goes up, the like content of like the next reward, although the next reward actually is already displayed here, which we should probably have like a next, 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 next. No. We should do it like this. We should do it like, do you want 100 subs for, or do you want like 43 more subs for? But then you don't know like how many subs you're at. Oh no, it does tell you here. Current subs, 52. Do you want, which way do you prefer? 43 more subs or 100 subs? I'm just trying to figure out what the best way of displaying these things. The milestone is better. Okay, milestone is better. Let's do it. 100 subs for I Dance Like Crazy. And then, or I could do this actually, 100 subs reward. That makes more sense grammatically. And so then the current number of subscriptions, 52. The last one is obviously by this person. You know what? Might as well, because I'm here. I'm the last sub. Congratulations. I think that's good, right? That looks pretty good. Current subs is 52. Last sub is this. I feel like I need to put this on a background, though, so that it stands out more and maybe make it a bit smaller. And that way, it's kind of on the side. It doesn't take too much of your content. This thing will kind of go go up and down, but that's all right, I guess. And yeah, I feel like it will display the next one. We don't really care about however many there are, right? That's like a fair assumption. I'm just going to duplicate this thing. I'm going to go this content. I think can probably go in here. Last sub. Oh, can I paste without styles? Yeah, there we go. Current subscriptions. I'll also be in the game screen. Okay, so can you grab me like a snap of your game screen? Or send me a link and I'll go grab one so I can know where to put it and make sure it's not overlapping. Align this graph here. There. All right, let me change the style of those things a little bit because I don't like the way that it looks almost exactly the same, and we'll add some emojis. Green to match the box, or a whole new color. I love this purple, it's so good. I love it! Love it! Sorry, I had an outburst. Which color should I use? I don't like the fact that these look too similar. It looks too similar, it looks too similar. Last sub, this person, current status, this. What if I just make them the same? Like duplicate this, copy this content, this way. Oh, copy the content. I want the content. AV. Why is it doing this to me? On the game screen, I'll just swap it to the right side. Okay. Oh, but then, okay, I'll have to create two things for you then, like a left side and a right side flag, so that way these little labels here. I'll just do it. Blop. All the labels go. I'm just gonna start creating. These are all this. This is not good design style. Group these, and then group these, group those, and then take this and take this and that, and auto layout, and then align. Darn it! Don't align it like that. Maybe auto layout won't work for me. This, there. No, it's not gonna work. Darn it. I can just do. Nope. Darn. All right, group is fine, I guess. Don't auto layout. Auto layout. I wish the auto layout would have worked, but it's not going to work. It's fine. It's a group, so I can drag it over. Oh, I didn't group them. Group this, group, and move it to the side. Over to this side, here, and then move this one. Actually, you can just do this, right? Hold on. I think this is fine. It's 10 pixels. No. Okay. I thought I could do that. We'll just move to this side here. 25. I don't think so. 10. There we go. This one. Align it this way. Darn it. Why are you aligning? Is this auto layout? No, it's just a group. Layout to the right. Why won't this go to the right? Oh, there we go. Okay, just move it. All right. I'm just a weirdo. It's fine. There. And then this bar as well. Opposite side goes here. For some reason, it's much bigger now. Move it out a bit. There. Move it down a bit so it's aligned this way, or aligned this way. I kind of like this way aligned better. Come on, align the bottom of that bar. Why aren't you telling me you're aligned? Oh well. Okay, that looks aligned enough. This doesn't need to be perfect, right? There. Good, and then this thing, move it to the edge. Within a couple pixels. Oh, it's really hard to see on the white background with your curtains. 35, 32, 32, 32. Okay, now let me grab that screen. This one, boop. Oh no, mute, mute, good, okay. Oops. 4 here, okay. Zoom, is this the game you'll be playing? What game are you going to play? Now I'm really curious. Super curious. Blop. Okay, place that over this way. There. And it's going to overlay all the content, but don't worry, I'll fix it. There we go. Boom. Link's Awakening. There we go. So that's what it'll look like on the game screen, assuming you have this lovely dark space all the time. It'll look great. If you get into the white area, it's not going to look as great, but that's probably fine, right? That's probably okay. I won't. We'll figure it out. I see. What game is it? What game are you playing? Is it a secret? Is that why you're not telling me? What game are you playing? Last sub me. There we go. Playing a bunch of different games, I see. We'll also have to do this content here instead of align that way because it's on the opposite edge. Align this way. 12 hours. Right. Good for you. I guess the, sure, yep. Okay. How do we feel about this? How is this looking? Do you want to change any colors? Mario Kart, Mario Party, words on stream, Valorant, Overwatch, Halo, holy bejeebus. That's a lot. There's a lot going on. Where did I put it? Last subs at the bottom. Last sub at the bottom. Last sub. Oh, fun. Wiki do. There we go. Okay, how's that? How do you feel about this? There's 2 screens. Maybe which way is better? Let's change it. What goes well together with this green? Purple, blue. I feel like changing that white to something else might help. Yellow, purple. Let's try purple. Let's try the dark purple, but I'm gonna fade it if that's okay with you. Change it to this. Blam, because that's so harsh. Let's say 60. Huh? No, so it's harder to read. Hard to read. Purple. Oh. Okay, do a quick return. That's still listening. Yeah, no problem. Okay, let's just leave it at that for now. That looks fine. We'll fuss around with the colors, but generally we'll kind of go for this, and we'll have two sides. So what we'll do is we'll have like a URL, a unique URL, which is we already have that /u/ in this case it's Kaylee87, and then we'll do question mark direction, or D, whatever direction is right or left. So this will be on the left. That's the URL that will give you this overlay. And over here, not on the frame, you fool, this will be on the right. And that way we can swap the bar between left and right by just using the URL. So Kaylee can just enter both URLs in the stream and then like swap between them on OBS. Okay, design portion complete-ish, mostly complete. Let's get back to, we need to integrate database. So my database, before I go ahead and like enter any of this stuff, I use a database. I use a database called hosting service / total service called Supabase. It's the bomb. Supabase is the bomb. It's just like a Postgres database hosted for you, cloud styles. But so you can like fully integrate with like a bunch of fancy tools and just use a Postgres URL, but I'm super lazy and I want to move fast and not deal with the boilerplate, so I'm going to just create tables directly in here. So one of them I'm going to create is Twitch_users. I think because users has already taken, maybe it's not users. Twitch authorized users. Twitch authorized users. Did I spell Twitch wrong? I did. That's what happens. Include a primary key. Yes, no. We do want to include a primary key. Its name is ID, sure, and it's going to be the ID we get back from Twitch. Which I think text is probably safest. I can actually look at that data, can't I? Where's my, here. What is my ID? What is my ID? What type of data is my ID? Cookies. Look at the cookies. This is super small to look at cookies with, but that's fine. Content. Copy the content. Copy. This is some nasty stuff here. Ready? Bam! There we go. URL. It looks like it's a number. ID : quotes. Oh, it's in quotes. So I guess it's a string. But it can be an ID. It can be a number. It's fine. We'll just use it as a string just to be safe. Just to be safe, we'll keep it as a string. Done. So where's my Supabase again? Here we go. So we're creating the ID. The ID of the users will just be your Twitch ID, which we'll store it as text. That's fine. Save. So it'll generate the new table for me. Let's go. Let's go. Ah, great. Okay. Well, we're going to store a couple of things here. We're going to explore the login, Twitch, login. Type is going to be text. For sure this is text. Text. It is not allowed to be empty. No foreign key relations. Save. The other one we'll add is the picture. Display or image URL. Profile _ image _ URL. The Twitch profile URL. How goes it with the program? SVReam, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. We're getting there. We have authentication for Twitch working. I keep spelling Twitch wrong. Now we're getting to, 3 times in a row I spelled it wrong. We're just getting into databases and saving those users, and then we're going to get into creating the content and then some bit of styling. That's the plano. This one is allowed empty. So Twitch profile URL allowed empty. It's possible, I think, that Twitch, you don't have a photo, and I'm not sure if it sends you by default with the photo. So yeah. So these are the only 3 things I think we need to store. I'm just trying to think about the access token. If I want to store the access token in the database, the user saved as allowed empty. The user saved as allowed empty? I don't know what user save is. Unless, if you mean image, like the profile picture, I think it is allowed to be empty. Yeah. So, okay, so here's the thing. Anyone here know anything about, not the image. Oh, the ID. The ID can't be empty. What are you talking about? What, are you like suggesting that I did that? That's like in the schema now? This is allowed to be empty? I don't know how to look at the details. How do I look at the details of this ID? Edit column. You can't have it can't be empty ID. Let me think. Should I store, here's the question for everybody. Should I store the access token in the database? Or, do I even need it? I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it. I don't think you need it. No, you do need it. You do need it. Should I store the access token? No, you don't need it. I hate Auth. I hate it so much. What I'm thinking about, I'm trying to think about, okay, when I click that sign in button and I come to this page here, I did so with Twitch. So Twitch signed me in. I stored that data in the cookie, and the only reason the browser or this application says, hey, I know you're Wikidoo, is because I have a cookie that's set to the Wikidoo and like my stream information, which on its own is not harmless. It's not harmful. I guess the problem could be that if someone else could spoof it by getting your Twitch username, Twitch ID, creating their own cookie, tossing it in there. I mean, it could make it secure, but tossing it in there and then accessing and changing your subscription thing, your subscription things. So that's probably not a good idea. So that means I have to have my own authentication so that when Twitch, unless Twitch has like a verified token, oh, they do, right? Don't they? They do, but I don't think we can use it. So yeah, so I was thinking like maybe I'll store that token in the database, but I thought they have a way of authorizing JSON web tokens so that I can know if it's expired, and I can just store that. Do they do that? Oh, now I can look at the documentation. Ugh. This is the worst part. I hate authentication. Where is it? Here it is, authentication. And all the documentation for authentication is always horrible. Okay, so getting a token, validating requests. Twitch OAuth to validate with authorization OAuth access token. So I can validate someone has a proper access token. Is there like refresh? Petition to make documentation great again. Absolutely. Honestly, it's... Arthur, party people. Arthur, tell me the best way to do authentication, please. You're here. Impart upon me your great web knowledge. How should I do authentication? What should I do? Should I store Twitch OAuth in the database? Should I do that? I think that's a bad thing to do, right? I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to screen it. Let's see what happens. Hi, the person you are calling is using a screening service from Google, and you'll get a copy of this conversation. Go ahead and say your name and why you're calling. Let's see. Are they going to hang up? Are they going to say something? They hung up. No one ever answers the screening service. Gosh. So I get an access token from Twitch. Should I store this in the database? Is that a bad idea? It seems like a bad idea. That's what it seems like. But we met one time. You probably don't remember me, but we met one time. Client secrets are equivalent to a password, types of tokens. I just want to know. Valid request, so maybe that's fine. Maybe I'll store it. Because it does expire, right? So maybe what I'll have to do, I need a drawing pad. Where is, here we go. We'll open up Excalidraw. It's been at least a decade since the pandemic. Yes. Oh, here's a good diagram I did before. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to have a user. Boom. This is the user. User comes, they click a thing. The click of the thing goes to, is hosted on Versal. Yeah, it's hosted on Versal. It's going to go to Twitch. This is Twitch right here. I'll put a text. This is Twitch's server, Twitch, that says, yes, they're a user, they're authorized. There's no memory persistence, no. I'm not concerned with, like, I'm going to use a database, like an actual persistent database. This goes back to the client and says, yes, all good, you're a Twitch user. That's fine for the first initial authorization flow, but then I come back and I still want to be logged in because my token is fine. I don't have to like log back in again. And I want to verify something, so what should I do here? Should I like just store, I think my server has to authorize tokens, right? I think that's it. Otherwise, this is just a one-time transaction, and every further request here, like, what do I send back here? What is this? What do I send back? I could send back just the ID of the user. This is what I'm thinking, right? I could send back just your twitch.id. So it's harmless on its own. And that way, if I want to request again to the server, I say go to the server, send back this Twitch ID with it, go to Supabase in the database and look up and see if I have this Twitch ID. So we'll go to Supabase. This seems like a terrible auth flow, right? Go to Supabase, see if I have that ID. If I have that ID, then use the token that I've stored in the database from Twitch. Oops, no, come on. Use the token I've stored in the database and send that token to the validate at Twitch, right? And if that's valid, then I'm logged in. That seems like a horrible thing. Twitch, or we'll just do, Twitch access _ token. And then from that way, it's like yes or no. And if it's a yes, I can do this kind of same thing where I say, all good, it's good to go, you're safe. So do whatever, go back, you're authorized. How terrible is this auth flow? If anyone even understands what's happening. I feel like a pencil is the right thing to do. I need a pencil for this. Or the other option, right? If we want options here, if everyone wants options for authentication, the client says, "Hey, I want to play with your app." Can I not select Twitch? Duplicate here. I want to play with your app, so I'll auth with Twitch. Then Twitch says all good, sends me a token. I say, great, I'm going to send you back my own JSON token. So my own server token from me. And that token from me maintains your session using JWT, which is stateless, which is sort of nice. And the JWT can point to the database, which can get the access token back. Or should I just store this access token directly in Twitch? This is dangerous. Like no one needs, like you shouldn't have this. You shouldn't have access to this. Right? Like if people take your computer, they should not have your access token. That's all bad, because then they can do bad things to your Twitch. And we don't want that to happen. I mean, realistically, I've only allowed 2 scopes, so they could just bug around with your, they could only read stuff, so that's good. Actually, I have security. Oh, I'm stuck on this, but I shouldn't be stuck on this. What am I doing? Here's what we'll do. I've decided. Executive decision. What we're going to do is we're going to use the access token from Twitch, and we're going to send it back in a secure cookie. So we're going to send back it in a secure cookie. I think we'll have to concatenate these. I'm not exactly sure, because this returns a string, cookie.serialize, so I'll just do like plus. I don't know. Can I send back a list? I think maybe I can send back an array. So I'll send back 2 cookies. One is the data that I have, and the other one is a secure cookie, HTTP only, serialized, and it's going to be Twitch token, TWTK, and it's going to be stringify this tlam access _ token there, and expires in a year. That's too long. This is going to expire in I don't know, like 2 days. I don't even know how long this access token expires in. The path is slash, and we want it HTTP only to be true. So that way it cannot ever be accessed on the client side, only on the server side. I'll restrict it to the domains. Will I? Maybe not. What I'll do is definitely make it secure if it's development though. If it's production, secure process.env.node n equals production. So if for production, it's going to be secure, which means it can only use HTTPS. I think that's fine, right? So the Twitch token is stored there, the access token. Super dangerous, probably shouldn't send that to client ever, but at least it's stored in an HTTP only cookie and can't be accessed on the client side. But it can be included in requests, so that we'll have to create a utility here now to verify to make sure that Twitch token is still valid. And that'll tell me whether or not you're logged in or not. So we can say export async function. This is all the boring stuff about development, the boilerplate that I just want to be done. Oh. Async function verify user token, and it's going to take a token, which is just a string, and it returns, what does it return? It just returns valid or not, I think, right? Let's just look at the API again, because we'll use that Twitch API, wherever it was, this one? Nope, this one? Yeah. Here's a sample response. Client ID, login, scopes, user ID, expires in. Okay, great. I don't know if it'll happen if if it's invalid or if it's expired. We should probably, expired in will be 0, I guess, or negative. So this will return a Boolean, whether or not it's valid. Promise. This is so over my head. Ask questions, Kaylee. Ask questions, then it'll be fine. So we'll do a fetch request to this URL to verify. That expires, looks like an epoch timestamp. Really? It looks like it expires in, so it looks like milliseconds or seconds until it's expired. I gotta do a return, be back in an hour. Enjoy your returns. Are you going to Shoppers? Or like, is it a, what company are you shipping through? Maybe too small though, it looks too small in my opinion. Is it post? I didn't even look. Is it post request? Curl H. No, it's a get. Okay. Ticket return. I have no idea what that is. Okay. I see. It's, right. Work stuff. I get it. Work for work. Yes, good. I know what you're talking about. Okay, headers, this, that, authorization, OAuth, and we'll pass in our token. Here we go. It seems like a GET request, which is token here, and then const fetch or validate error, otherwise valid response equals to await until this thing. Everyone should be using until. If you're not using until yet, it's the best function ever. No more try catch for me, unless, at least with async await, no more try catch. There, I mean, it makes the logic so much cleaner. And then we have if validate error is not empty, or response dot, if it's not okay, then we'll straight up return false. No good, return false. Otherwise, I think we'll just return true for now. I don't exactly know what the response is gonna look like maybe we have to check. We can probably just check the expires in. Otherwise, we'll do const parse error data, I don't know, or response, I don't know, validate data equals await until another, so response.json is async, and it also could cause errors. So if there's a parse error for some reason, error not equal to null, or validate data is equal to null. So if for some reason the valid data comes back empty, or a parse error, there's a parse error, then we can return false, invalid. Otherwise, we can say return validate data dot expires underscore in is less than or equal to 0, or greater than equals 0. Sorry, greater than 0. That way, if it's less than or equal to 0, it means it's expired, in which case it's not valid. So then we have this function now, okay, verify user token. And now we can use this in combination with sending cookies across and this new cookie we sent across to manage our authorization state. Great, okay, that's done. Woo! Oh, now back to the database. Since we were doing database stuff in the first place, database stuff. Where's my database? Here. So we have to create users. Create users. I have this data stuff somewhere here. I'm just going to do some more copy pasta for a Supabase. Supabase. There's a lot of stuff in here. Let's go for raw. How many lines? 100 lines. Oh my gosh. That's really big for this file. A supabase.ts. Paste. Okay. Right. So all this stuff we don't really need. So we don't need to do this. Get client instance we do need to do. We need to do that. So we don't need this. We don't need to announce streams. Oh my gosh. This is should notify. We don't need that. This is get latest active Twitch token. We don't need this. We need user stuff. I think we'll just keep one for reference. Yeah, okay. And then Twitch token we also don't need. So we'll create an interface for the user. User is like this. Actually, we can just use Twitch user. I think Twitch user is probably the best way of doing it. So app name, we don't need that either. MS, I don't think we need this either. Great. This is perfect. So add new user. We'll have a user, colon, Twitch user. There, import the Twitch user, please. And just the type. So this is how we're going to do our database stuff. From, oh, I do need a type. I need a type for this. Import, nope. Interface user. ID is going to be a string. We have login, which is a string, and then we have Twitch underscore, what did I call it? No, profile underscore image underscore URL, which is a string and optional. I think that's the gist of it. The gist. What are these things again? Login, profile, image URL, img. So I spelled it wrong. Login, profile, img URL. Great. Okay, and then with this here user, we'll get back adding new user. We don't really care to add because the IDs and stuff we don't need to get back, so that's fine. So we can straight up just, oh no, we can't. So ID here will be user.id. Login is login, user.login, and then profile underscore image underscore URL is going to be user.image URL, I think is what I have it as. Yeah, okay, great. And this thing is a user, and the table is users. Oh, what? Login. Oh my gosh, my spelling's atrocious. So bad. Users, yeah, okay. So from users, insert this to make a new one, and return a Boolean if there's an error or not. That's fine. We'll export async function get user by ID, which will be a ID, which would be a string. Great. And then we'll go with almost the same code. It's very similar code. Here, except instead of a insert, we're going to do a select. We're going to select everything, get everything from the database. I don't think there's that much there. Select, and we'll get the user out here. User. And we'll do .single, so we only ever expect to get one back, otherwise there'll be an error. And we'll do eq for equals, and we'll do ID, going to be the ID we passed in. So our query is go for the users table, select everything where ID is the ID we give it, and only expect one to get back. If we get that one, there we go, we're all happy, we get a responsive user. We can send back user.data, which is the user data. Yeah, user or null, great. The other thing is that if we have an error, if error is not equal to null, then we want to return null. Great, so this function then either returns a user or null. Perfect. By the way, what's the goal of the app today? Great question, Arthur. Kaylee's doing a stream. This is Kaylee. She's not moving. This is just a picture. She's doing a stream next week for her Streamerversity 1 year of streaming, and she's doing these like giveaways and that sort of thing. I don't know, giveaways is the wrong word. She's having rewards for a certain level of subscriptions during the stream. And so we're building this little app to do this like bar to monitor the number of subscriptions that come in, and the number of subscriptions that come in, and like which reward is up next. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the app. But I'm making it relatively generic so that anyone can do that. Anybody? 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 But we're 2 hours in and we're still on freaking Auth. I hate Auth. I can't stand it. Okay, Supabase is done. So check if the user is already in the DB, and then create a new user if you don't have it. So now we can do this. So let's import Twitch, import get. Oh my gosh, I don't remember what they're called now. What are the things I just created called? These functions I created. Let's just import Supabase. Star as Supabase from lib slash Supabase. It's a really hard thing to type. I don't know why. I always mess it up. So we can go over here, and this thing is called user, but we should probably call it Twitch user, just because we're going to get a user back, which is more like a user from our database, which is reasonable. This data is fine. Good. Okay. So let's check if they're in the database. So it's const user check. No, actually, we don't need to wait for errors. Errors are handled internally. So we can just say const has user equals to, if we already have a user or not, equals to Supabase dot get. Is it get? What is it? Get user by ID. User. Get user by ID Twitch user dot ID. There. And that's await. Gotta await that. If we don't have it, if user is empty, so we don't have a user, we should create one. Create a user, and actually put that back, because we eventually need to create the subscription as well to that user's subs. So otherwise we create one, so we'll say await Supabase dot create, or add, what is it, add user? Ask user? Gotta have the classic ask user. Add new user. Add new user, and we'll pass in Twitch user. Brilliant. Why are you complaining? I spelled Twitch wrong. Of course. Twitch user. Perfect. Okay. So this is going to say, go through. If you have one, great. If you don't, subscribe here, and then subscribe to the webhook. Really, we're only using this for now, I think, for two reasons. One is so we can do better database stuff, like when we have to store your subs, I guess. We're just storing your subs. I don't actually know how to do that. But to store your rewards, we'll have to have a database user. And the other piece is to make sure that we don't have a webhook. More than one webhook for you. Because then we'll get like pinged a bunch of times and we'll count badly and all that kind of nasty stuff. So that's good. Okay, so let's create this webhook now. Now we're getting into webhook creation. This is gross. I guess we can show you that the database stuff works. Let's show that the database stuff works first. That seems like reasonable. So here I am, log in with Twitch. I've already allowed the app, and probably my access token is still valid, so it's going to be pretty happy. Redirecting, what's happening? It did break. Oh, it did break. Supabase URL is required. Oh, this bloody error again? I have it. I have Supabase URL. Supabase API URL. Maybe I don't have that one. Hold on. I gotta look at my environment file. 1 second. Where's my environment file? Oh, okay, yeah. I have a typo. My mistake. My bad. Okay, my bad. I had a typo. Let's restart the server. Yarn dev. Oopsie. Welcome to the world of development with someone who writes bad code. Hello. My name's Eric, and I write bad code. Twitch redirecting. Here we go. Yes! So it redirected, which means either I had a user or I created a user. And if we go over to this database, refresh. User. There I am. I am a user in the database. Hooray! So now from this, I will be able to create like relations between different tables that I'll have a rewards table, and in that rewards table, we'll store like the user count that is expected or the sub count that's expected to be there, the text for what that reward is, and then it'll be the ID of the user who owns that reward. And then possibly like a stream that's associated with, but I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. Like maybe it's like a since state. Like I don't know. We'll think about that when we get there. So the next piece is what's the next piece? The next piece is like sending back requests and that sort of thing. Where are we? Here we are. So now that we're here, we have a user. We need to set up that listener for webhooks for subs. So let's look at the documentation. This is going to get somewhat messy because I'm doing this for the first time, so I apologize. Where's that flow? Event sub. Here we are. So here's the flow. Okay, the flow is make a post request to this endpoint. Great. So open up Twitch. Here we go. Export. Xpost. Export async function. Set up, or we'll do it like set up. Create subscription. I kind of want to call it subscription. And this is going to make a post request to this thing with what? Got to have these bits in the headers. These headers to do this stuff. I don't know whose token that is. And then this body. This is the body. Body. I have the body down there. Channel.subscriptions. I think that's what we want, right? That's what we want. Channel subscribe. Let's just go to this link. Open. Just to make sure I get the right thing in there. Channel.subscribe is actually the type. Condition and transport. Secret. Okay. Here we are. Back at the bottom. So this is actually no problem. So what we can do here is I have a thing for this, the Helix URL. I think it's like Twitch API. Oh gosh. Why is my memory so terrible? API URL. Because there's also a separate auth URL. So, yep, good, okay. Const create error. Request error. Create request error. Otherwise response. And this is equal to await until this thing fetch. So we'll fetch on the Twitch API URL / what was it again? Event sub / subscriptions. And this thing has a bunch of stuff. So method is got to be post. We've got a bunch of headers to put in here. One is authorization, which is going to be bearer and the token, which we'll have to pass in. So token, have to pass that in as a string. First thing we got to pass in the token. The second thing we have to pass in is the client ID, client_ID, like that. -ID, yeah. And this one will actually just be process.env.twitch_client_ID. The last one, it says content type, yeah. Content, we need content type. Content type, application JSON, /JSON. Great. And then we need the body. Body, JSON, that's serialize it, dot parse. I always write praise, that's super annoying. Parse, and then this stuff. Oh, that's nasty. Here. Bam. Oh, why are you mad? Why is it so mad? Oh, it's mad because of all this crap that I wrote. Good, okay, we need to generate some secret. I'm not sure what the secret, if it needs to be consistent or not. I might have to do like a process.end.secret. Process.end.secret. I'm not sure if it needs to be consistent, but hey, why not? Why are you mad? It's not a, oh, sorry. String, parse. Stringify, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And then this one here, the headers, it's getting mad because that's possibly empty, but I'm going to put the exclamation point and say, no, it's not empty. So then the user ID we need to have in here, not as elite. So the token, the user ID for the sub, which is also a string, user ID. There, it's a webhook. The callback is going to be our base URL, and then we'll go callbacks, webhooks slash subscription, callbacks slash subscription. I think that's probably reasonable, right? Webpacks subscription, and then so this is the function that we'll serve ourselves, and then we'll need our API, which I think we have it here. Not redirect URI, but we'll have a base URI. Const base underscore URI equals to. Copy this, paste this, and then we'll give it this. Here we go. There we go. So that's the base URI. We can actually use that in here if we wanted to, but that's fine. What? Why is this? Why is it not saving? Why is prettier mad? Just because I have something open? Yeah, I have this open. Okay. Base URI slash webhooks. Great. Slash webhooks slash subscriptions call, and then pass in our secret, which I don't. Let me read again. Let me read the docs because I don't know what this secret is supposed to be. Transport. Open the link. What are you, transport? The secret used for verifying a signature. That should probably be consistent. It can't just be random. Great. Let me generate a random secret then. Later. Or for now, for development, I guess I can just do. Okay, I have to hide my screen for a second because I'm gonna open my environment file. Secret equals to some random string of characters that's sufficiently long. All right. Okay, there we go. Edited that. Back. How's the dive into event sub going? I just started the event sub stuff, and so far so good. It actually seems pretty simple to do. So I just set up this create the subscription. We have the thing where when somebody comes in and you create a new user in our database, we're going to call this create subscription so that we can create a subscription naturally. But we're just creating it now, and then we'll have to write the actual subscription endpoint so that it can verify that sort of thing. So let's so we sent this out. Let's just take a look at the response that comes back. So we send this out. Where is the flow? Where is that flow? Here's the flow. So we send this out. This thing is going to respond with this data. Total is 1. Total cost is 1. Max total cost is 10,000. I have no idea what any of that means, but that's fine. It'll give us a status and an ID. So we should probably store. Actually, that makes a lot more sense if we store a webhook ID in the database as well. That way, if we try and create a new one, it'll get blocked, and we can delete it afterwards for some reason if we want to stop listening, which we will have to if you delete your account or something like that. We want to stop listening. Otherwise, I'll just be eating up all of these events for no reason. Twitch needs to verify that you own the callback. Right, so this is going to give me all this stuff. Created at, transport, great, condition, cost, version, type, status, and ID. Okay, so let's grab the ID from that data and store it in the database. So let's create a new table in our database. New table. The table will be called Twitch underscore pub sub or subscriptions. Twitch webhook subscriptions. Twitch webhooks. Twitch underscore webhooks. There we go. I spelled Twitch wrong again. I always do it. Oh, it's in my muscle memory now. A record of all registered Twitch webhooks. The ID, we'll use the ID that they give us, which looks like a UUID, but I'll take it as text just to be safe. Default value, no. All right, let's create that table. Create the table. Let's go. There it is. Okay, a couple columns. I think we'll have 3 columns. One will be the We already have the ID. One will be the type, sub underscore type. And where's the documentation for all the different types you get? I'll put that as the link. Type. It doesn't say. Okay. Event subscription. Hold on. Where is this type situation? Transport. Where's that flow again? Okay, back to the flow. The flow is here. What is the type? ngrok, blah, 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 callback. That's not telling me enough. Where is the type? Is there like a general just types? Like type? I don't know. That's not a thing. Type? Oh no. Gosh, what am I doing? Type? Types? Stop it. Types. There is types. Types. I don't see it though. Objects, voting, request fields. Request fields. We'll just send this maybe? Request fields. There should be types, right? Choices, conditions. Where is this? Transport, image, events. All right. Subscription types. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. I want to keep this URL as a reference in the database so I know what types are allowed to go in there. This is definitely going to be text. There is not to be allowed empty. Great. Save. Happy, happy, happy. Subtype. Another one we have to have in here is the foreign key reference to the user who created it. So user underscore ID. The Twitch user that owns this webhook. Here we go. This is going to be a string text. It is definitely not allowed to be empty. Add a foreign key relation to the table users and the column ID save. And a relation will be added to the users. There we go. Okay, sure. Yeah, save. Great. I'm just trying to see if it like knows. It doesn't care. There we go. So we have 3 pieces of information here. We have an ID, which is the webhook ID. We have the subtype, which is going to be, for our case, just subscriptions, but it could be generally any of them if we want to extend it later. And then the user ID who owns that webhook. And that way we can check to make sure before creating that subscription that we have the correct. We already don't have one for that type. So the type here is channel subscribe. Let me just take this out because I'm going to use it again. Actually, no, the response has it, I think, right? If I look in the response. Where is that flow? No, here's the flow. So I did this, we're going to do this part. This is what we get back, this big object here. Let's go back here. Let's just make sure that if create request is not equal to null, so there's for some reason an error, or the response is not okay. That's all bad. When we can return, I think we'll just return undefined. Oh, return false. We'll just do a success or failure type thing. What? Create request error. There we go. Create request error. Otherwise, we know that the body is going to kind of look like this giant thing. So we can say const parse error, and then body is equal to until, oopsie, await until this fetch, not fetch, response dot JSON, cover our butts, so that if parse error or not equal to, or equal to, yeah, not equal to null, it's not empty, the error is not empty, or body is empty for some reason, then return false as well, somehow an issue. Otherwise, const data equals to body. So we can get this data out, this body out here. I have no idea what these cost pieces are. If we should store those, who knows? No idea. I guess it probably has to do with like making sure that we don't like send a lot of requests to create event subscriptions all the time. Rate limiting, but that's fine. Okay, so we have this data. What do we need to do now? We're in the Twitch lib. We can return out just the pieces of information we need to create the record. So we can return the type, which we can probably just destruct out of that, but type, which is, we'll do this data And we'll destructure, we've destructured this subscription, so we'll call it sub. There we go. Sub.type, or maybe hook is a better word for that. Hook, because it is a webhook. So hook.type, we don't really care about the status, because probably it's always going to be that one initially. There probably is ones where it's error, but maybe we'll just ignore it for now. That's where the potential statuses are. Hook.id. And I think that's it. I think we just need to send back the ID and the type. I think that's all we need. Yeah, great. Great, so if everything is fine, we don't have errors parsing, we don't have errors creating that request, we will send back the ID and the type of that hook. And we'll save that in a database. Let me just check one more time, because I can't figure out, it says it's going to verify it, so it sends this stuff. Message signature, timestamp, ID. So I guess I check the ID and then the challenge, and I have to return the challenge. All right. I just want to make sure I didn't have to store anything else special from that response before I move on to storing this in the database. Okay. So create subscription, now I can do that. Supabase, we also need another thing. We have add new user, but we also need to have a add new user subscription, which takes a Twitch user or a user, either one, because we don't really care, just need the ID. It takes a object, actually what is the thing going to be called? We'll call it interface, interface Twitch web hook sub. It has an ID, a string, it has a type, a string, and it has a user underscore ID, which is also a string. Great, so with this, and then the only thing we won't have is user ID. So what we'll do is we can say, we'll get in the hook in here, and it's going to be a type omit Twitch web hook, we do capitals, sub, and we're going to omit the user ID property. User underscore ID, great. Add user subs, get a client instance from, and we're going to say Twitch uweb hook sub, which I think, what did we call it? What did we call that database now? The table of that database, we called it Twitch webhooks. Twitch underscore webhooks. And we're going to insert a spread of that hook record plus a user underscore ID, which is going to be user.id. Great. And then we'll just return whether or not we get an error on that. Similar, though, to checking whether or not the data exists for a user, we're going to do the same thing with subscriptions. We're just going to be able to get a get user webhook, which takes in a user, and has a Twitch user or a user, and an ID for a webhook. Webhook, which is just right? Is that what we're going to do? Is it by ID? By ID? By ID? We should actually just check to see if they have them. Does user have webhook? And it's going to be by type. So user and then type. We should probably put some constraint on the database that says you can only ever have one type of that, but duplicate identifier user. Oh yeah, okay, ignoring that, okay. So then we can say, do we have the error and then the record until from Twitch webhook sub, and then Twitch, subs, what is, I spelled Twitch wrong. Gosh, my spelling, I need like a bot or something that measures the number of times I misspell something. Webhooks. Can someone create me that? I guess I can create me that. Is it webhooks? Twitch webhooks. Twitch webhooks. Yeah, okay. Select star where type is going to be the type we pass in. And so the not equals here. And also user underscore ID is equal to the user.id. There we go. So if the record is not empty, we'll return false. error is not empty, return false. Or record.data is null, we can return false. So it doesn't have it if the data is null, otherwise return true, we do have it. Okay, so now we have two functions that allow us to manage the webhooks, so we can go back in here, create this user, then we can check and see if await base dot user does user have, what did I call the thing? I just wrote it. Does user have webhook? There we go. Does user have webhook? And we'll pass in our user, which is also our Twitch user, which because that's the ID we need. And what the heck is the subscription thing called? The type is channel subscribe. Probably create an enum for that. I'll do that right now. So much stuff, so much stuffs. Enum, export, oh my gosh. Export enum, Twitch webhook types, Twitch webhook type, channel.subscribe, subscribe equals channel.subscribe. There we go. So we can import this in here and use this dot subscribe. There. So if we don't have it, that's what we want to check. Do we not have a subscription for this? If we don't have it, we can create the subscriptions. We can say const sub data equals to await Twitch dot create sub somewhere. Where is that? I'm also going to change this to use that type I just did. Dot subscribe. Good. What is this function called? Create subscription. It takes a token and a user ID. Perfect. So we're going to go here, create subscription, a token. It takes uses our access token, as well as a user ID, Twitch user.id. That's going to get our sub data. This is potentially false. Okay, so then we have to say if we have sub data, then we should store it with supabase. Await supabase dot can't remember at all what the heck it's called. Add new user subscription. There, which passes in Twitch user and the subscription type, subscription data, sub data. Okay, this is pretty wild that we're at this point. Before we can test it out, I can't even do subs, which is unfortunate. So we can't like actually test if the the API is working, but we'll have to just rely on. Oh darn it! That sucks though. Ah! Has anyone on here not followed me yet? 'Cause what I'll do is I'll just swap it to follow, and someone can follow me later, and then it should work if so that. Anyway, we'll get there. If someone who hasn't followed me though, send a message, and I will rely on you maybe a bit later to test to see if this is working. But theoretically, if this is all happy and dandy, then we've set up a webhook to listen for new user subscriptions as they come in. We have to verify that subscription as part of like the flow through Twitch, which is here. So it sends this request. So we have to create the backend. So we said, and when we created the subscription here, we said that the URL would be this one. So we got to create this file, the subscription in our API. So API a paste.ts. Good. So now we have API webhooks callback subscription, and here it is. And then we'll just create a default, like export default async the regular handler next API request. Next API request, is that what it is? Next API request, yeah. And then response, which is next API response. Here, bam, and then res.end. Let's give it an end. So okay, import this. Now we have to handle this big thing. So it's going to send a post request here to our backend with this big bit of data. And it wants it to verify that this sub ID is correct, and that send back the challenge if it is. I think that's the idea. So we can look up a message ID and then this ID, subscription. So we'll have to get the subscription, get the ID out of that subscription on the post request, check in our database for it. Do we have a subscription? If we do, then we can just send back, and this broadcaster ID as well, send back the challenge as a response, as plain text, and we'll say, then it's all good, then it's active. So let's do that. Actually, we don't need any of this. Unless we can say, let's actually check this header as well. So it's a post request, we'll check the header as well, that it's callback verification. We'll just do that. So we'll go here, if it's not, I think if it's not a post request, I just want to see, subscription is now active. I just want to see in the actual subscription portion, is it always a post? I don't know if it's always a post or not. I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. We'll leave it open. We'll say if rec.method equals to post, and then we'll check the headers. So then const headers. Headers? I don't remember exactly. We'll check rec. Is it headers? I think it's headers. Aha, headers. Okay. And then if headers at this big old thing, Twitch event sub message type, is equivalent to webhook callback verification, we have some special logic to do, which is get the data out. So const body, we'll grab a couple things. Challenge, we'll grab subscription, which also has ID, and we need condition there, and condition, we need broadcaster user ID. Good equals rec.body. I'm just gonna comment on this so we can get some formatting going, because I can't work without properly formatted code. Great, and then all we have to do is say if await supabase.has does user have, what the heck did I call it? I just used it. Does user have webhook? Does user have webhook? Actually, is there a type of the webhook in here too? Yeah, type. Okay, let's grab the type out here. Type. There we go. Does user have webhook? Pass the user ID in. ID. Oh, sorry, no. Broadcaster ID. ID is broadcaster underscore user underscore ID. Broadcaster. Broadcaster. Yeah, there we go. Supabase.does user have webhook? ID is this one, and then comma, and then type in there. This, and we'll import Supabase. Import star as Supabase from lib Supabase. There we go. Oh, it doesn't like that. Why? Because ID any. Oh, right, because broadcaster ID. So I have to kind of type this as challenge. Challenge is a string. Subscription is an object that has an ID, which is a string. Type, which is one of those subscription types. Webhook type. Where am I? Oh dear. Here? Subscription. Sorry, wrong way. Type is this, which we can import from here. Import type there. And then condition, which is broadcaster user ID, which is a string. Okay. Now are we happy? TypeScript. It's missing login. What is it? Oh, darn it. All we really need is an ID here. So let's just say or user or omit user. I think we can do or Twitch user. And then everything, or pick, we should just do pick, because we just want the ID from it. Pick. This way, ID. Oh, sweet. We can definitely do that. That's awesome. Great, okay. So if we do have it, we can respond return res.end with the challenge. I think that's pretty much it. Does user have a webhook? actually we should probably get it back and make sure the ID is the same, right? We could, like checking if we have it is one thing, but then if they send us this ID of the subscription, then we probably should check to see if it's the same. So does user have webhook? We can just say we have the record. We might as well return it, right? Record dot ID. Thank you, Kaylee, for the vote of confidence. Why? ID doesn't exist on that type? Did I not do the... What? ID totally exists on this type. Why? What is going on? Oh, right. Data.id. My bad. Oh, it should actually return the data. Sorry, my mistake. There we go. I was sort of confused. Ah, this is why types save you so much time. All right, so this thing actually returns back a type. The name of the function probably doesn't match anymore, but const hook equals this, and then if hook there, we can just do like not equal. Actually, we'll leave it as hook. If hook dot ID is equivalent to this ID from the subscription, which is just ID. Yeah, subscription challenge ID type record ID. Yeah, perfect. What? Does not exist on type false or I see. Okay. If hook and hook.id is equal to ID, then we send back the challenge. Great. Okay, this is great. I think this is fine. It'd be nice to know if is there like a place I can go on Twitch that shows me what active subscriptions I have? That would be handy. So theoretically here, this comes in if it's a webhook callback verification. It gets out. There is a place. Oh, where is it? Is it in? Okay. Kaylee says there is a place for this. Console. Is there like active webhooks somewhere? Extensions, applications. Only from affiliate? Gosh darn it. Okay. Well, Kaylee, you're gonna have to be my guinea pig. I'll just you're gonna have to sign in and see if it works. But theoretically, Stream Manager, I see. Okay. I see. All right, well, YOLO, I guess is the right way to say that then. Wait. Gotta get that affiliate now. I gotta. I think we're on our way. We're on a path. We're on the path to affiliate. Anyone who's on YouTube right now, go over and it should start at 0. What should start at 0? What is it should start at 0? What does he mean? I'm so confused. What is that? The subs. The subs should start. Oh yeah, totally. It will. I have to figure that out yet. I haven't figured out how exactly like to know. I'll have to probably listen to like when you start a stream, and then like log in. Yeah, it's only a new subs count. This is gonna listen for all of them, which is I think that's still fine. But what we'll do is every single time you start a stream and end a stream, I'll listen on those events probably as well, and so we can toggle. I don't know if I'll use a webhook for that. I don't know if that makes sense, or if I can just ping the API and say, hey, is Kaylee streaming? Like, when's the last time she started? How long has it been going for? And then we'll start subs from that point. We can just query the subs by time. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the plan. Okay, good. So this is here. I don't know how to respond yet. Do something with the subs. But hey, here we are. We have the event subscriptions. Okay. Next big piece, once we've done this, is actually being able to, where am I? Where's my thing? On this page here, we don't have the data yet to render the UI that we created, this stuff. We don't have this yet. But we do have, which interesting, I'll have to like put in some junk data to mock it, but we do have the ability, and we want the ability to like enter in these rewards. So we're gonna create like a really simple page and a really simple form that will just ping our database and add the rewards to, add the rewards. I think they're gonna be consistent, so you'll have to either delete them or add them, and you can't do multiple stream instances right now, just for the sake of this application. Otherwise we're getting like wildly complicated that I don't want to get into. I'm already writing enough code, right? So let's create a page. to add those things in. Let's play with some React for a bit, because we haven't been doing that. So we have index, we have view, we have this edit page. So in our index page, which is already having a bunch of stuff, and having a user, which we should be able to get here if props.user is empty, but for some reason if it is, we can just return that away. So we'll just do use effect here, this way on mount. If we don't have the, stop! If we don't have the user, if props.user is null, then router.replace with this. And router, import that, please. Yes, next router. What? It doesn't have replace? Oh, it's just taking some time. TypeScript getting all slow and whatnot. Right? Oh, nope. I want the static router, please. Not the type. There we are. Good. So redirect from the client. That way we can guarantee here-ish, that we can just like if props.user is null, then return null. So just don't render the page. Probably not the best thing to do, but it will re-navigate anyway. So we can assume after that we have the user. So let's create like some simple, I'm just like doing no styling for now. I hope that's okay with everybody. Button. Actually, you know what? I lied. I straight up lied to you, everyone. Props.user.login. What I'm going to do instead, I'm just trying to think about, this is the page, this index page is going to be the page that we display for the overlay. So we can't have buttons on it. So instead, you'll just have to know to go to /edit, which is an empty page, no problem, but we could do /edit. We'll grab the same server-side prop situation, because we're going to pass a couple things in here and start creating some hooks. So boom, pasta this, this, I don't know, cookies. Oh, not JS cookie, darn it. Star as cookie from cookie. Cookie.parse. Now this is on the server, so I don't know if I can access my server-side cookies or not. I think I probably can, so I should verify as well on both of these that the token I have is valid, not just render the page. Let's do that. Let's validate to make sure the tokens are okay. So we have to get TW whatever blah, and then also RWTK. I think it's RWTK, which is the, or sorry, it's TWTK. TW Twitch token, and see if that's there. Console.log __ TWTK. Great. If you need me to log into anything, just let me know. Yeah, I will let you know. Once I have to publish this first, though, right? You can't log onto my local machine, so I'll have to publish it. Which I'm not. I don't think I'm quite there yet. But soon we'll do it. I have still an hour, and then I'll do some more later. I'll have to probably finish it off stream because there's a bit too much going on that I know of. You're right. That I know of. You're right. Come on. What am I doing here? I need to go and print this. That's what I'm doing. So go back, refresh. Let's see. Do I have that token? I do. Great. So here's my token. Awesome. That's awesome. That works perfectly well. So I can verify this token then with twitch.verify. Do I have anything? No, I didn't import Twitch in here. So I imported the type, but now I need to actually use verify Twitch, verify user. I can't remember what I called it. It doesn't have any export. Okay, what the heck did I call it? I can get rid of this comments now. This is the subscription. This one. Verify user token. Here we go. Verify user token. Oh, damn it. I copied on top of pasted. No secret backdoors. I have no secret backdoors. My machine is locked down, Arthur, unless you're telling me something. You're just trying to like secret code. You actually are secret backdoor to my machine. Anyway, so we can say if await verify user token, and we can say not verify. We'll just do this and make it more explicit. Const valid equals verify user token underscore twtk.t. And it's going to be like, t is an any on type string. I have to parse it. Oh, gosh. Which means a whole other situation of parse errors. Fine, whatever. You want to do this to me? It's fine. Let's grab a token out of this thing. Const t equals json.parse that thing. Check if it's valid then, please. And if not valid, I need to make a function for this. Const redirect home equals this. Hom, redirect hom. So if this is null, redirect home. Also, not praise parse. So if it's not valid, redirect home. And then return props empty. Gosh. There. Last one over here, redirect home. Okay. So now we're validating this. Let me go and copy paste this again. Back to this switch one. Nope, not back to the switch one. Back to edit here. Pasta. So verify, import, verify user token. There we go. Equals, no, from lib Twitch. Great. Okay, so there's no parse errors. Right, if user is null, then we'll do it. So parse error on token, it'll empty and user will be null, we'll be fine. Yeah, okay, great. Great. All great. So now edit goals, make sure we're also valid. I should probably test to make sure that works. Do I have a valid token? It's reloading. I do, I have a valid token, hooray. Great. So then, null. So let's build that form. I'm gonna use a thing here. It's called use form, React use form. React hook form. This is the bombest hook. Form hooks. Hook form. Don't show me this website. V7. Whoa. Strictly typed forms. Yeah. Can you? Where's the documentation? API. Gosh. We'll just use get started. So install this thing. No matter how much I use these utilities, I have to look them up every time. Yarn add this. Add that form in there. Great. Yarn dev to restart the server. Oh, I clicked copy by accident. Oh, darn. Oh well. Okay, TS. Here we go. So we have an input type here. Let's grab that, put it up here. Input types. Great. And then these things. Form inputs on submit. I'll just copy the whole example. That would be the easiest thing to do. That would be the easiest thing to do. Paste. Submit handler. Import that from React Hook Forms. Awesome. Use form. Input that from React Hook Forms. There we go. Golden. I don't want to watch anything. We don't need to watch anything. Oops. There. Okay. So now we should have a form on that page. Where are we? Do I have that page here? And then slash edit. Edit. Hooray! Test. Submit. This field's required. Submit. It's just console logging probably. Okay, give me 1 second. I have to answer a textual message. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, ba ba ba. All right. Sorry about that. Text message. This is the thing when you have kids, they just get in. They're just always there. You have to like deal with them all the time. Gotta love them though. Brilliant bastards. Sometimes I'm a bit too weird even for myself. Okay, so we have the form. here's what's going to happen. We're going to have one form. There are 2 fields. Field number 1 is a number field. How many subs are required? Field number 2, what is the reward written as text? That's it. Those are the things. So let's go with register, handle, submit, form, state. Don't care about errors. Honestly, if you don't know to enter both of these things because they're required, then, well, that's on you. We have a form. We have an input. No default value here. We'll have placeholder equals to subs required to get the reward. It's the longest text ever. Probably not best to put that in a placeholder, but we'll put it in a label. Oops. Oh, that's fine. Register, and then we'll have count, sub count. That's a good name. Sub count. It's a number, please. It's a number, and its input type equals number. Brilliant. And then this one here, input, I don't care about errors, get out. Validation, also don't care. I mean, they're both required, I guess, that's the thing. Required is true. And this is the reward, which is a string. Okay, perfect. Let's see what that looks like. Subs required to get it, to get to. The reward is I dance crazy. I don't know. All my dancing is crazy. Submit doesn't work because it's going to highlight this. Great. And then I'll have to do, there you go, 10,000. Submit. And then it should have printed the data. There was the object. I dance crazy, sub count, this many. What the heck? Example required? Why is that still in there? I removed that. Example required. That's super weird that it's not removed. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so then once we submit this form, I'll do a placeholder text on this one as well. What's the reward? The reward. The reward. Good. And we'll order them as well when we spit them out into a list. So yeah, great. So when we do this, we'll have to create a backend API piece because, oh wait. Yep. We have to create a backend API piece. API, we have auth webhooks. Let's create rewards / add.ts so that when you click that button to add, we'll send you the reward. And we'll have to have another one to list all the rewards. List.ts. There we go. I'm just gonna borrow all this code so I don't have to write this over again because that's a pain. Twitch I care about for verify, Supabase I care about, cookies I care about, MS don't care about. Until blah blah blah, great. It's a get, no, it's gonna be a post request. Here, 4 end, and then we send the data. The data is going to be sub count and what's the sub? What else? Reward. That's what it was. Reward and sub count. This is not query. This is actually body. Sub. This is reward is questionably a string, and sub count is questionably a number. There. And then we can check to say if sub count is empty or reward is empty, null, then we can return res.status. It's a bad request. Bad request. 400.8. Perfect. Otherwise, we're going to check the validity of the tokens and make sure that I'm authorized to make this addition. We'll get rid of all that code here. So we'll say const valid equals, we'll get the cookies out first, const headers cookie equals await. Is it cookies? I think it's cookies. I think I can just get cookies directly off the request. Cookies, not await. Oh, my voice. Rec.headers. Yes, and then we can say, I think it's a JSON object. Oh, it's a string? parse it then. Const, get a couple of these things out of here. Underscore, underscore, Twitch. Hydrate, I do need to hydrate, but it's empty. I forgot my water today. See, I guess I should have a, like you had, Kayla, you had a, what was it? A bits thing? With a bits thing, you could redeem some bits for hydrate. I think I should probably have that. Go get, no, it's fine. I literally only have like an hour left. I'm gonna stay here. Require, not require, oh my gosh. Cookie, cookie.parse. Parse, cookie. So we need underscore the Twitch token, and we need underscore, underscore. You can do it when you get an affiliate. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm aiming for. Gotta get that affiliate. TW. Oh, I should have constants for these things. I can't bloody remember the name of this thing. Poor Eric getting teased. You're just dangling it. Affiliate? Affiliate? Are you gonna make it, Eric? No? We'll see. We'll get there. One day. Why am I looking over here? It's the wrong place to look. I need to look at this callback. This is the only place I reference it. RW. TWRW. I will. You believe? I believe too, Kaylee. We can do it together. If we work together, we can do anything. Cookie, what? Stringer undefined. Oh, okay. If you don't have cookies, you're bad. If no cookies, go home. Cookie equals to, not triple equals null. Return, that's a 500. No? I don't know. Res.end, probably a 400. Status 400. It's a bad request. You gotta have those cookies in there. And, or actually, it's probably 401. You're unauthorized in that sense because you haven't sent me the cookie that's required. So this one, cookies.parse cookie. Did I import cookie? I did. Oh, nice. That's handy. Great. And then we have to validate that. So valid is not equal to res.end. It's equal to await twitch.validate verify user token. Verify user token, and that verify user token passes in T from the token, which I haven't got yet, but that's fine. If not valid, we're definitely not void. That's not right. Valid. We're definitely going to be 401. That ain't valid. Send it back. Anyone here a big Office fan? When I said send it back, I just thought of The Office. When they go to the restaurant and that he's trying to be sold some insurance, and the guy's like, if the salad isn't on the side or the sauce isn't on the side, send it back. And then Michael Scott orders some ridiculous. What did he try and order? The gobblegook or something like that. Anyways, if the salad is on top, I send it back. If you're not valid, I send it back. All right. No one's an Office fan, or I'm just really poorly quoting it, that's probably more likely. I need to parse these things because I thought you could get. I thought is it cookies? Oh, I'm getting it from headers. That's what I'm doing wrong. I can just do const cookies equals rec.cookies, right? Rec.cookies is a thing. Yeah. What's wrong with me? And it's already parsed. This is better. This is better. I don't need cookie parse. Get out of here. There we go. All right. So grab these. They're already parsed. I guess we don't have them. Then we can send back 405 or a 401. So if underscore twtk, the Twitch token is null, or underscore twrw is null, very declarative names, naturally, we can return 401. I don't know if 401 makes sense here or 404. I think that 401 is probably fine. And then we'll take the token and verify that token works. If it is verified, then we're good to go to add the new record to Supabase. So we'll say, and then we're going to return it. So this should be a JSON. This is the new reward. Const await new reward equals await. We haven't written this function yet, but supabase dot create new reward for user. And we'll pass in the user, which is underscore TWRW, and a slash, and also not auth 401. What do you mean not auth 401? Because technically, Arthur, the reason I'm sending this back as an error is you absolutely require this one. You kind of require this one too for the ID, but even in that sense, like, we should be able to get the ID from the token. So it is like auth, right? That's auth 401. You're unauthorized if you don't have these cookies. Right? Tell me I'm wrong. I'm gonna do it anyways. So tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, so I think that's pretty safe. Although I could send back whatever I want. I'm writing the API, so I could send back whatever I want. So this here has T and it's a string. And this here has ID, which is all I care about, and it's a string. It also has other stuff. Why are you so mad? You hovered over the 404, maybe I misunderstood. Oh, I see. Yeah, no 404. Why is this so mad? Key string to type of. Oh, I still need to parse them. Bollocks. Okay. All right. Let token equal to null, and then let user equal to null. Try. I hate try catch. Gosh, why you make me do this? Token is equal to, or let's do it this way, I guess. T as token is equal to JSON.parse underscore TWTK. Hooray, and this, all right, now let's do this. All right, find const. I would like to be able to destructure things, so I don't have to do this. This is annoying. Catch, forgot to catch. If there's a parse error, that's a 500, I think. There's some sort of error on the server that's parsing, it's probably 500. This is, again, questionable because it means the tokens, the headers are misformed, or the cookies are misformed. So that still feels like maybe a 401, but I don't know. Ah, wrong thing. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing again. This one is just straight up U for user, JSON.parse, TW, Twitter, rewards. And then token equals U, user equals U. There. I guess you could also do similar things here, like if T is null or U is null, then return res.status. At this point, it's still 401. Okay, and then we can check the token. Okay, all right. All that parsing, all that work, just to get the token verified. And then we can create this, pass in the user, and pass in the data. And the data is going to be, where's the data? Where is it? Where is it? Where's the data? Ah, sub count and reward. Sub count and reward. Papa! There we go. And that will give us the new reward, and we'll send back that new reward to list on the front end. Great. So what does this function do? What does this function look like? Let's go into Sudobase and create it. Oh, I should probably, oh no, it's fine. Yeah, okay. Way down at the bottom, why the hell not? Interface. Did we create a table yet for these things? We didn't, right? The reward. Reward, user sub reward. User sub reward has two things. Well, first we'll do export async function. This name has a user, which is a Twitch user. I guess or user. I don't know if we can ever have that happen, but that's fine. Twitch user or user, and then the user sub reward. Omit the ID. We don't have the ID yet. Auto generate that ID, please. And this is the data. Data to save. Here. Okay. We'll copy and paste some stuff. Let me just paste. This is sub count, number, and what was it? Reward string. It also has an ID, which is a string, which is a number. We'll use a number. Okay, great. Oh, I should probably put this above get client instance. because it's exported, that one's not exported. All right, where is the saving? Add. I'm just going to copy paste some code so I don't have to rewrite it myself. Well, I did write it, but I don't have to rewrite it again. So copy paste this nonsense here. Insert, yeah, okay, perfect. So instead of Twitch webhooks, this is going to be user sub reward. Note for later. I really enjoyed IOTS for this kind of runtime type validation. Ooh. I have been enjoying, if you want to do type validation at runtime, is it Joy? What is it? No, there's a different one. Oh, it's the one that I've been using. Maybe it is IO. I'll have to look at it. I think it's by the people who do Happy.js. I think it is. Is it Joy? Oh gosh. There's an example of it in the docs. And by the docs, I mean the form docs. They have one. Data. This is just going to be straight up data in here. Data. Boom. Right. Okay. This will be called user_rewards. Actually, I'm also realizing that I need not just an ID in this, but I need a user ID reference to this by user_ID string, which means I also need to omit user ID from here. Great. Which means that I do need to make a modification to this data. So spread the data in, and then add user ID as user.id. Great. Oh, whoops. Underscore. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's bad. Okay. No, it's not bad. Everything's fine. I did this sub count like this, but it should actually be underscore sub underscore count because sequels, which means underscore ID. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay, there we go. Great. And we want to return this one instead. There's a way of doing that, I think. Yeah, returning representation. So comma, returning representation, which gives us back the datas, which is record is of type user sub reward, so record.data. Dart. There we go. Sub reward array or null? Can I do dot single? I can. Oh, great. Awesome. So this is actually single letter null. Perfect. Okay. So we can send back that data if there's no error. So if there's no error, we'll return undefined. So if error is not empty, so if you do have an error, or the record.data is not empty, then we can return undefined. Or sorry, is empty, not empty, is empty. Return undefined. There, so we can handle that then before. So let's go ahead and create this table. We can start adding these suckers in. So new table. What did I just call it again? My memory today is awful. Awful. These rewards, the rewards and the sub count to reach them. Include a primary key, int8, automatically generate it. Great, this is perfect. Add new table, bam. It's kind of annoying that the interface you can only add like a table and then not do all the columns at once, so I don't have to like go into this thing and like click and do sub underscore count, the sub count to get this reward. It's going to be an int8. It's up. No, it's not allowed empty. Default value. No. Foreign key. No. Sub count. Great. There we go. I have to add a new one, which is reward. The actual text describing the reward. There. Type is text naturally. Here, it's not allowed to be empty. Save. And then one more column. Did I click save? Save. One more column in here, which is the foreign key reference to my user. So name, user underscore ID, the user that this reward belongs to. Type. The type is going to be, what is it again? I can't remember. I think it's text. It's not allowed to be empty. It has a foreign key relation to user ID. Save. Save. Okay. Okay, here we are. So we have a table. We have a form. We have to write one more thing before we can fetch about. So this creates one, but we need the ability to list them. And so I'm just going to duplicate this whole code and list rewards for user. List rewards for user, which we just need a user for. There. Get the client instance until from this we're going to select. Select this. It's not single. I'm not going to limit them. So it could, I think they're like 100 is like the max or something like this. What is this? Stephanie Hallberg. I missed that. I'm so sorry. Are you still around, Stephanie? I can tell you what it is if you're still around. If not, I'm not going to bother. And then we have to do a couple things. We have to say, get all the ones for sure that my user is the same. And we'll call this records. Record, no, that's fine, record. User ID is going to be user.id. And then I want to sort them by, what do I want to sort it by? I want to sort it by sub count. So that the lower sub counts are at the bottom, and or at the top, I don't know which one, top maybe? And then down below. What? Sort? Order? Order. There we go. Select equals, get all the ones with my user ID, order them by sub count. And then if there's no error, whatever, return an empty list. Otherwise, return the data. Perfect. This is a list. Yeah, great. Great. So list user forwards, and then we'll add is here. This is all happy. We have the add sub count is actually sub underscore count. Sub underscore count, sub count. There. And then return the new reward we get back from it, which is a reward or undefined, I guess. Interesting. So if new reward is equal to null, so if we don't get the new reward back, we should probably res.end, res.status 500. There was an error adding that thing. Oops. Perfect. And then list, we'll just copy paste of this because there's some stuff we need to verify in here. So most of this is the same. There's no body. This is actually a get request. Get. Don't need to validate this stuff. We still need the cookies to make sure those are sent. All that parsing stuff. Is it valid? Absolutely. And then what we need to do is just say list rewards for user. Pass in the user. There. And we can always just res.json this back. Boom. Because if it errors, we'll just send an empty array. Okay. List rewards for users. Promise. Await. Perfect. So we have these two things. Let's get this on the page. In edit. We have the form. We'll leave the form at the top. I'm just going to do a straight up div. I'm going to handle styling later because that's, well, that's we're kind of coming up on styling, so we'll do it later though. So there's a div. The form will be at the top. Underneath that, we'll list all the current rewards. Rewards in order of sub count. And not or, of sub count. Order of sub count. Okay. We need to import something here. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. This is a perfect use for SWR. SWR. From SWR. In case you're wondering, it stands for stale while revalidate. And it goes and grabs the data and then has a nice caching strategy to keep it cached. So if you reuse that endpoint and that cache, anyway, it does a bunch of nice things. You can go look at the documentation. It's really good. It's a good package. Data. That's all we need. I think we need mutate. Mutate as well. It also helps us perform like local mutations, or like optimistic updates, they might otherwise known as. And then the API here, we need to pass a couple things. So we'll pass a list in here. The first thing is the API itself, the route. So slash API slash, oh my gosh, I already forgot what the heck the API was. API slash rewards slash list. That's what we want. We also need to pass in, oh, we don't. It's literally just this. Okay, right, I forgot. We'll have a fetcher in here. Great, and fetcher can be declared. It's an async function outside of here. Fetcher, which takes in the route that we just declared. And then we'll do const fetch error, otherwise response equals fetch, actually await, until this thing fetch, and this is a get request, that's fine, so we can pass the route. We just need to pass in specifically include our credentials include, and import this one. I don't know if this is by default. We can probably just see if it's by default that it does that. We just need to pass the get request, and hopefully the cookies are there. We'll see if it is there or not. So then if fetch error, for some reason this errors, equals, not equal null, it's not empty, or the response dot okay, or it's not okay. We're not okay. Return an empty list. Otherwise, return, oh, we got to do a parse, so const parse error, and then otherwise data is equal to await until response.json. I forgot to do a function like a freaking fool. If parse error not empty, we have some error, or or data is empty. That's also bad. We can just send back this, return an empty array. The very, very final thing, let's return data. And it says any, but we can give a type to this thing. We can say this is actually a reward. I can't, here we go. It's a reward record. I just need to find, I did it inside of Supabase, didn't I? I don't think I exported that type, but I want to. Yeah, user sub reward. Export. There we go. Save, back here. User sub reward. Import. No suggestions. Get out. Okay, import type this from lib. I always do lib Supabase. Yes, open draft util does not go there. No, thank you. Order those imports. This is a string. String. Great. Okay. We should also, since we're already server-side rendering this, we should also just get the data as well on the server side. So what does this function look like? Whoopsie. Rewards list. We're just sending back this stuff here. So copy and paste this as well on the server side here. So if we have a user, all happy doodle, we want to do this, const, what is this going to be called? This is going to be called rewards equals to this. We're going to send back rewards, because it's always an array. No, it's any? Oh, because Supabase isn't imported. Right. Supabase. Oh, star is Supabase. We just need, what is that one function we need? List rewards for users. For user. List reward for user. This way, get rid of the type. List rewards for user. Make sure that this is possibly not undefined. Great. Okay. Perfect. And then we can give a new type into the, oh, we never even declared prop types here. Props, interface, props. We have user, which is questionable, which is a Twitch user. There. And then we have rewards, which is optional, of user sub reward array. Great. And then we can initialize this request with initial data is going to be props.rewards. There. And now we can go through that data over here. Data.map reward, and we're just going to spit this out. We'll put it in a UL. Unordered list, please. There, and this is going to be spit in an li. Key is equal to reward.id, and then for reward.sub_count. For this many subs, you will give, and then reward.reward. Okay. Let's open up the thing, make sure nothing's exploding, refresh. Okay, good. So far so good, nothing broke. Brilliant. So then let's get into adding one in and saving it. So I'm still console logging that data, which I don't want to do anymore. So what we're going to do is mutate. Why is data not used? Data is absolutely used. It's potentially undefined. Data's right here. Weird, okay. It's potentially undefined. Not good. Yeah, so mutate, which is this is like local, and we're just adding things in. So we'll just make it the first one. We'll always make it the first one, even though it should be sorted by the number of counts, the number of subs. So mutate current data is going to be a list of the new one we added, data, and current data. There. So this will just do the local mutation, so we can see it on the fly. I also think, though, that data needs to have an ID, which will give date.now is probably sufficient. Yeah, you can't type that fast. Date.now as an ID, and user ID you don't really care about right now, so that's fine. Great. I think you can mutate or callback, undefined Boolean. Yeah, all right, perfect. So we'll call this one to do a local mutation, and then we'll say true at the end, and I think this says go and just refetch it when it's ready. But before that, we'll do a fetch request to the server. So /API/rewards/add, and then this is a post request, method post headers. That's not how you do it. Headers is going to be content type. Oh, I did an enter by accident. Fat finger again. Application JSON. There we are. And the body is going to be straight up that data. JSON.stringify. Oh, I can't though. Darn it. So I need. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah. I can just do data. Okay, so this thing here, it actually sends me back the valid response. So I could do a mutate afterwards, but then I'd have to wait for this. So I'll mutate right away and say, just when you get the time, go and refetch. And because I set this request off first, hopefully the racing between this mutate call to do the list again and this fetch works well. Okay, fingers crossed. Let's just go try it. So the first reward, let's just say, if I get 1 sub, I'm pretty happy. I'll probably cry. That's the reward you get. You make me cry. Submit. There we go. For 1 subs, you will give cry. So you saw that it put 2 in there, and I wonder if it's because of this true, because it happens so fast. Perfect. It is perfect. And now, theoretically, because we have these things in here, we could just pull down that data and make it the last piece that I won't have time to do. We'll probably just go and do it in a second. Let me just figure out this mutate properly. So I have this, I will give cry. How about for 2 subs, I will give cry some more. Oh, was there an error? No. I took true away. That's what happened. Mutate. You can do this as well. You can pass a promise into it that will resolve it. Wait a second. Should revalidate. Yeah. Okay. So we don't need to revalidate after that, and then we'll do this thing, and this thing will say true, right? True. Let's see what happens with that. Oh, it's reverse order. That's probably fine, right? The lowest subs at the bottom. So let's say I want 3, cry, even more, event more, even more. Submit. Darn it. Why is it taking them away? Yes, I know why. Yes, I know why. I know why. Sub underscore count. This is not exactly why. Let's just take this out. Oopsie. A couple things I'm going to do. This one here. Do this. Don't do this, rather. And then mutate this way. Here. Oh, yeah. No, I can't do that. Right. I know what's wrong. don't at me. No, that's wrong. A couple things are wrong. First, data dot sub count. That's capitals. And I can just do then, what's the other one? Reward is data dot reward. There. Great. So let's just do a local mutation on this one, and we'll do const. We'll make this submit handler async. Here, async. Async, and this will be new reward here equals this. Actually, no, we can just await it and then refetch. Await here, mutate true. Can we do this? What does true do here? Seems like it's okay. All right, let's try it again. Okay, cry. I'm not gonna cry anymore. If I get 4 subs, what's gonna happen? Eat something really spicy. That sounds good. Damn it! Data map is not a function? Because I passed in true. Ugh. Current data true. There you go. Refresh. 4 subs, 5 subs. Eat, drink some water. Drink some water. Stop! Subcount of undefined. How can reward be undefined? What did I just pass in? Did I pass in undefined? How can I possibly pass in undefined? Blah, 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 blah. Don't do this. Forget it. Just locally mutate it. Okay. 6 subs. Make sure this API works. Gosh. Enter. Are you? What is happening? What part of anything is undefined? Await, fetch, async, mutate, fetch, data, and it, data undefined? How could reward be undefined? Console.log. Gosh is right. Gosh is right. Reward. I thought I'm gonna nail this first try. It's undefined. Reload. Open up the terminal, because I gotta see with my own eyes. Okay, these are all the things. Looks great. No problem. I'm just gonna shrink this window so you can see both. What's next? What am I gonna do for 7 subs? What am I gonna do? I don't know. Buy a pizza. Okay, so it pasted this in here. Where's my buy a pizza? It didn't put it in. But somehow... Oh, it did work. It's here. What happened? It did error? You know, it didn't error, right? For 8, buy 2 pizzas. It just gets rid of all of them. Why is it doing that? Because current data here, user sub reward or undefined. I see. Oh, that's why. My bad. I wasn't doing a spread operator. No one caught it? Come on. Come on. Why did no one catch that? It's fine. Now it'll work perfectly fine. For 9 subs, I'll buy 3 pizzas. Ugh. It's gone. Why did it go? Damn it. Why did it go away? Let me put true in here. True. Reconcile, reconcile. 4 pizzas for 10 subs. 4 pizzas. We're just going to go on this trend. Boom. There it is. There it is. So it's at the top, then I put it at the bottom. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Always on for pizzas. State refresh with stale data. Yeah, so it's fixed now, though. So it's kind of... Maybe I should put it at the end. It depends on the order. Like, maybe I should resort it. You could say I put 16 for... I don't know, 9. I'll buy 9 pizzas. It's going to go at the top. If the API is really fast, so you'll see, but... and then it'll refresh and put it at the bottom. Ah, it didn't even do it. Why didn't you do it? Probably because this thing is too fast. Gotta do that fetch first and not await. I don't want to await it. Just send off the fetch and locally mutate. That's what we want. That's the pattern we want. 100 pizzas. That's what I'll do. 1,000. If I get 20 subs, I'll buy 1,000 pizzas. There it is. Top. Stop. Freaking what? Why? Why? Why you do this to me? All right, good enough for me. It's good enough for now. It's good enough. I'll figure that out later. We have 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes. Let's work on what it looks like to display that data here on this page. This is the page that will be the overlay on the stream. So let me turn that on right now on my own stream. And I can build it. Let's build it. I'm going to add a new browser view, a bruiser, create a new one. It's going to be called, what the heck is Poogies? I don't know what that is. What is Poogies? You won't, what is that? Does anyone else know what that is? Is it just me? P-O-G-I-E-S? POG? What is POG? What's acronyms? It means yay. Okay. What does it actually mean? P-O-Gs. I know, this is like play of the game? Oh, okay. All right. Sure. Yeah, I had to learn all the lingo. I had to learn so much. I go on to like watch other Twitch streamers and it's like, I have no idea what's happening at any time. The vernacular is the hardest level of the curve. Absolutely it is. I don't know what's going on. Okay, this is going to be called... Any poogers in chat? Oh my gosh. I just need to know. What should I call this browser thing? I mean, Twitch rewards, right? Twitch rewards. There we go. Make it visible. Great. So that's a good view for y'all out there. We could do this one. Refresh rate I don't care about. Okay. And then, oh no. Oh no. I have to log in with Twitch. It's the most Canadian thing you've heard in a while, poogers. Well, how would you pronounce it then? Poggers? A hard O? Ah? An ah? Pogers? Pogers? Oh, an O, a pogers. It's pogers. That's a test you have to pass for affiliate. Please don't. Poggers. Oh, damn it! This thing kicked me out. These should be public, I guess. Then, right? It's just edit that shouldn't be public. It change that. It made me realize. Okay. Poggers. I will never make affiliate. I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce the words properly. Okay, this one here is not verified. Don't do any of this verification nonsense. Don't do it. Don't do it. Cookie.parse. Don't care about this one. There. And then, oh dear. Yeah. I broke it. The whole stream is gone. I broke the whole stream. It's back. We're back now. I'm going to refresh this thing. And it should put my name on it. Oh, it won't. Actually, it won't put my name on it. How in the heck? I need the ID. Darn. I guess I can look up by a Twitch user. Oh, I didn't think this through. I need to use the router. Const. Log in with Twitch. Import. Use router from next/router. So what happens here? What's happening here is that in the top corner here you see login with Twitch. Login with Twitch. It's because I redirect. There's no user here, but I'm not going to have a user. So what I need to do is actually go and fetch the user and check to see, does the user that you passed in using useRouter, or like using the URL, which is just Twitch ID. Actually, I don't need that. Do I need that? Yeah, I need that. No props. No props. I guess I can still get it in here in the server. So context, I can get query. So const Twitch ID equals to rec.query, I believe. Context.request.query. No? Params? Is it params? I can never remember. No? Rec.query. Can I not get the query? Is it context.query? Params? Params. There it is. Twitch ID is declared but never used. It does not exist on parsed URL. Yeah. Okay, so now we have to do like this here, which is props. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. That's fine. We'll just do it like this. As, this is probably really bad, but Twitch ID string. Here we go. Let's just print it first. Console.log Twitch ID. There. And we'll go to the browser and do it, because I don't know how to do that on Twitch. Refresh. Oh, it'll actually happen on the server. Great, so we get the, yeah, there we go, wiki, perfect. So we actually get the Twitch ID here, and then what we can do from that is make sure cookie is null or Twitch ID is null. We want to make sure that happens. Don't have Twitch ID redirect home. Is what's happening here. Still log in with Twitter. Okay, that's fine. Log in with Twitch rather. Twitch ID. Get the user because we need the user. Do we need the user? No, we don't even need the user. So this is where we don't care about the cookie. Do we need the user? I don't think we do. We don't actually care about it. Maybe we can keep it for now, but we don't actually care about it. All we care about is the yes, you know what? Here's what we'll do. The user is not yourself. So we don't care about cookies. Get out of here. So just get the Twitch ID this way. Don't care about cookies. Get the Twitch ID. If you don't have a Twitch ID, redirect home. Otherwise, user is equal to null. We don't even need to do that anymore. We get rid of this. We can say await get user by login, by Twitch login. This way. And we'll pass in the Twitch ID. I'm on the stream. Twitch ID. And this will be Twitch dot this. I do have a visitor. How did you know? What is the kosherness for having kids on Twitch? Is that like a bad thing to do? I'm just curious. I was thinking about maybe like doing some streaming with my good friend. My son. One of my sons. Is that a kosher thing to do? Is that a bad thing to do or not? I don't know. Get user by Twitch login. What? Do we have this function? No, we don't. Oh, that's because I imported Twitch from Twitch. That's bad. There we go. Twitch ID, Twitch login. This one doesn't exist. That's more unexpected to wait. And then const user here. If it's null, redirect home. I'm going to send it. Okay, here we go. This is it. I'm feeling it. If user's null, replace this. Otherwise, user. And this is not a Twitch user. This is a user, which we can import not from that. We'll have to import it from Supabase. Import type user from Supabase because it is different. lib/Supabase. I think it depends if you're okay with it or not. Oh, okay, so it is up to me. That's cool. Maybe one day I'll do that. I'll have Mama play some games. Export this. User get Twitch. Get user by Twitch login is what we need to make next. This is actually from Supabase, not from Twitter. Twitch. Get user by Twitch login. Here, so back to Supabase. Go back here. Bottom. Almost the bottom. Let's just grab, where's the user ones? Record for user, get user by ID. This is the one. Duplicate all of that. Paste in this. This will be login, which is a string. Select star where login is login. And get a single one, return null, otherwise it's your data. Here we go. Refresh. Why is it not? It's kicking me out still. Should kick me out. Wiki-do. Okay, so here, let me just see. Properties. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. Refresh. Why is it kicking me out? Here's what we'll do. We'll just test this in the browser. Incognito, no cookies. Hit up that Wikidoo. This should work. Yeah, it works perfectly fine. That's what I expect. I have no cookies, and then I get the username back. But this thing, why? Refresh. What's happening? Custom frame rate. There we go. That always works. There. I don't know why changing the frame rate all of a sudden works. Hold on, let me shrink it. I need to change the display. I guess it doesn't actually matter. I can just leave it like in this portion of the screen. It doesn't actually matter. Does everyone see it? We did it. There's a thing on the top right corner. Let's just really quickly, because I only have like 10 or so minutes to continue, and then we want to raid somebody. Everyone's got to stick around for the raid. This will be my best raid ever. Kaylee, who should we raid? Find someone now for when we're ready. Why is there an error here? Oh, on index here. There's an error. Yeah, take a look around and let me know. Okay, so we have this props, we have user. If you don't have that user, replace it, otherwise it's there. Okay, let's toss in some components. So we're gonna do a progress bar on the left here. So let's toss that in with, let's start with some style components. Styled from, oh gosh. Styled components. Oh my, I can't type anymore. Components. Style components. Here we go. And okay, with right, there's no types for style components either. A couple things we have to do with style components. Number one is obviously install all the types. Yarn add dev at types. This thing. The other piece is Next.js server-side rendering. We need to do something special for style components. Where's the browser? Here. Styled. We need a good raid message. What's a good raid message? I don't know what that is. Can you make one up for me? I don't even know how to do any of this. What even is a raid? Next here, so we have to copy this special logic from a document here. Bam. It doesn't have TypeScript, which is super annoys, but that's fine. So we go into pages, create an underscore document.tsx, paste this sucker in here, and then context is like, I think it's like document context, and import that. Oh, there we go. Awesome. So everyone can copy and paste that, and that's how that works. That's the thing. So now we have server-side rendering of style components. You could think of something clever another day. Yeah, okay. I'm not good at thinking of clever things though, so I'll have to defer that to somebody else. Let's just create some components. Const progress container is equal to style.div. We're also going to create const progress bar at the end after you raid, not before. Okay, that's good to know. End after a raid, not before. Style.div. Oh, style.progress. Progress this way. I wonder if can you do the progress bar vertically? Let's do a div. It's probably, screen readers are less important, I guess, right now as well, right? So progress bar, we'll have a bunch of these hovering pieces as well, but with only this amount of time, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We'll do it another time. Maybe I'll do another stream on the weekend or something, and we'll finish it on stream. I'll probably work on it a little bit just so it's ready for Kaylee's actual stream. But progress container here, good. We can get rid of props.login, and then we can say, what else can we say? Progress container. What was it again? Progress bar. Bar. Here we go. Okay, and then I gotta refresh over here. Okay, it's gone. Let's put these on the page now. So this thing is the height, 100 view height. That way, the progress bar is, we'll do some padding. Padding, I had it at 2 rems on the designs. And then progress bar is width 100%. Sorry, no. Height 100%. Height 100%. Background color blue for now. And the width, what did I set it to? So the background color is this purple color. Copy this. The width is 1 rem. Perfect. Awesome. Width 1 rem. Background color is this. Oops. There. It's purple. It's showing up. Refresh. It's not showing up. It's not showing up. Why aren't you showing up? Fine, I guess I'll go to the browser and look. Refresh. Oh, you know why it's not showing up? Because I'm not running the server. Like an idiot. Ugh. You got anyone for me, Kaylee? Who are we raiding? Refresh. There's the bar. There's that lovely, lovely bar. It's too big for the screen because of box sizing. Box sizing. Border box. There we go. There's that bar. How do you feel about the position on the stream? Oh, I see. Okay, this one I got. Super cool. Super cool. Super cool. Super cool. How Canadian is that? That seems like a reasonable pronunciation. Come on. Super cool. I did rounded borders too. I feel good about it. Good. All right, good. Yeah, I'll muck around with like different sides. I'll pull the data down too. We pretty much did all of it though. So you can like add things. I'll push it up so that everyone can play. The only place we didn't get to, and this is probably where I'll focus my stream on, my next stream before, probably on the weekend, is, or maybe tomorrow night. Is today Friday? No, tomorrow's Friday. Maybe tomorrow night I'll do it. But what I'll do is I'll work with how we're going to store the data from the subs. Because I think Kaylee brought up earlier that it's only for that one stream, which means we need to know when to start listening and storing in the database. So any like sub that happens outside of that stream, we can just ignore. But if you are streaming, then we should probably add a column to the user table that says is streaming. If you are streaming, then we will record those subs and keep track of them somewhere. But yeah, that's what I'll do. So I thought that was pretty good. We actually made it pretty far. We did a whole app. This is going to be open source as well. And if you follow me on Twitter, I'll post the link to the code so you can go take a peek at it and clone it if you'd like. But I am going to make it available on the web. You can go use it and put it up and host it on for sale as well. So we'll do another stream and we'll finish it up. But I will do some work on it, just kind of get the UI elements, the more boring, the more boring pieces in here. So we don't spend a lot of time fiddling about with things like SWR and why the caching isn't super good and the order is wrong. And it's all my issue, of course, but one thing I have to do here, one thing I have to do is put that freaking border radius. Border radius 1 rem. Oh, I like that. Pilly. So pilly. Okay. Who we got? Who are we raiding? Stay around for the raid. Please, stick around for the raid. Can I copy this message? Very cool, looking forward to it. And activate the affiliate with the 1 million viewer you got today. Yeah, yes. So pilly. What? McGregor, I hope that was useful for you. I hope you enjoyed watching us. I see. Okay, we're rating super cool. I didn't realize that was someone's name. Brilliant. I hope that was useful for you. I really appreciated everyone being here today. Let me just do this raid. Kaylee put a raid message above in the chat. Yeah, stick around for just at least for the little bit of the raid, and then raid. Yeah, there it is. Come for that raid. Support. Is it /raid? Yeah, it's /raid, right? Super cool. Super cool. /raid. I think that's. Here we go. I'm kind of getting used to it. There we go. Come on. Come along. 3, 5. Yes. You are all the best. You are all the best. If you haven't followed me, please follow me. You're the best. Here we go. Let's do our raid. Raid. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. And now I have to probably go to the chat, right? Do I have to go to the chat? I should probably do that. Super cool. Let me just head over.